It's incredible.
Hey! Good morning, everybody. Hello. It's Friday, and here we are, ready to send you off into the weekend.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Who's ready to smile, guys?
I'm smiling.
All right.
Me.
Moon's fake smile is not. It's not convincing.
No, I'm great, man.
You have a big weekend coming up. You're going to Orlando.
I am going to Orlando today. Back to Orlando. I feel like I was just there running the place with Disney. But we were having a great conversation this morning. The whole group. We were all laughing. It's a Friday. You can feel the Friday.
Right?
Yes.
Do you feel the Friday, Rizz?
I don't think I have any plans tonight.
Neither do I, which is great.
That's nice.
I love the spontaneity.
Come to Orlando.
No.
It's a quick little flight.
Don't take him down there
Quick
earlier
jaunt.
than he needs to be.
I don't need to go to Orlando.
Guys.
I may stay.
Maybe I'm real smiling because I have my first A boarding group in probably
for Southwest,
20
big deal,
nice. Huh? A. I'm an A because I'm always in C.
You know what, though? When you're flying by yourself,
it doesn't matter as much.
Southwest, it doesn't matter as much.
You're right. You're totally right.
I mean,
Thank you for bringing me back down.
I don't mean to urinate on your parade, but no, congratulations on
No, I really
having an
appreciate
A boarding group. That's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
That's nice.
I couldn't believe it.
Good for you, buddy.
Yeah, I think somebody messed up and cared about me when they booked the flights.
Well, that's good.
I know.
I wish I had somebody to book my flights and just do it all. Like, I miss my mom
You have
doing
Tim.
that for me.
Have Tim book your travel.
Nah. I mean, he's good at, like, getting us checked in, and we're always in the B group. We're never in A.
Oh, my goodness.
But, yeah.
You got to be on it with Southwest 24 hours before the flight.
Oh, yeah.
You got to do that check-in.
yeah.
You
Gotta do the alarm.
You got to set an alarm.
Which I forgot.
I've made that mistake.
You got to be there with the app ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's open, ready to, boom, check
Hit it.
in.
That's why I'm so confused. I didn't check in until last night. You know, well over
They
the
must have
24
paid
hours.
for the A
Must
group for you.
have.
Good for you.
I know. Thank you.
Nice. Lern was telling us before the show that you have put a down payment on your funeral.
Yeah.
Wow.
Guys.
You're not even 40.
No, it all happened last night. I was having an emotion, and I said I found exactly what I want to do, and I put some money down, and I invested in my funeral last night.
So you're not even 40 years old, but you've already invested in your funeral.
Yep.
How much money you put down? A G?
Nope. I put down $35 to get $500 off when this type of situation comes to Missouri.
You bought a coupon?
No, I'm
Saving.
investing. I got 5 trees planted. Guys, I'm going to be made into human mulch. After my organs are donated,
Like you're going to be mulched?
I'm going to be mulched. There's a
Whoa.
company
Look,
that's
there's
already
an
on the
eyeball
West
near
Coast.
the flowers.
It's already on the West Coast, but it's not statewide yet. It's called Earth Funeral, and you become compost. And I'm not kidding. And so
Where they just come out with a wood chipper?
no, they put like alfalfa sprouts and some like beautiful like flowers on you, and they put you in this tube, and then you get essentially cremated down into mulch. So all of the microbes will start eating away my body, and there will be no chemicals in me.
Sounds like a racket.
And so, and it's beautiful and it's peaceful, and you're above ground to be doing. And then they take you and they put some of your mulch at this farm where they're building trees.
You sent me the website.
And then the rest goes to your family, and then you could. So I sent it to
Earth
my
funeral.
family last night in the group chat.
Wait, what? The rest of what goes to your
Wait,
family?
let me just read the website. It says, Return to Nature.
Yeah, this is incredible.
We're specialists in soil transformation and environmentally friendly alternative to burial and cremation, which is sometimes referred to as human composting.
Yes, it's a 45-day process.
Over a 45-day process, we gently transform a body into nutrient-rich soil.
2 thumbs up.
Bro, they leave you outside?
No. You're in a tube. Go to
Families choose how much
go to
soil they like
earthfuneral.com.
returned
Earth funeral.
to scatter or plant, and the remainder is sent to our Olympic Peninsula Conservation Site for land restoration projects.
amazing. So I'm helping the earth, and then my family can pot me. This is great.
Yo, this is very cool.
Yeah.
I'm very happy for you.
So you put $35 down.
Oh, look at this. They show the Olympic Peninsula final resting place, surrounded by giant maple red cedar and Douglas fir trees. We own 5 acres of tranquil land on the Olympic Peninsula. Where is that? Where's the Olympic Peninsula?
It's west.
Festus, right?
It's in
Yeah.
Festus. But this is so neat. So if you don't, so essentially it's kind of a startup for other states to pass this type of legislation to get this sort of funeral arrangements to pass. And so I paid $35. I gave them my information. They're sending me a packet, which includes some really cool socks, and then I get $500 off.
Oh, so you're
When
doing
I
it for the
die.
socks.
You're getting
You're
death
not doing it
socks?
for the
I'm
earth.
getting death
You're
socks.
doing
So
it
they
for the
bury you in
socks.
the socks.
Yes.
Save these socks for when you die.
Okay, so the Olympic Peninsula is where Olympic National Park is. It's
All right, down near Seattle.
It's
This is great.
it's on the other side of the sound.
It's on the bad side of the train tracks.
Yeah.
Earthfuneral.com, pals. This is
Says for entertainment purposes only.
no,
we
it's
just-
not.
So wait a second. So so after they grind you, they give some of you to the family, and then the rest they just put on this 5
Wait,
acre
how do
lot
they
with a bunch of other dead folk.
How do they grind you up?
No, the microbes start eating you. So they put you in there, and then the decomposition just starts to happen like naturally. Like
So 45 days of decomposing.
yeah,
You're supposed to be turned into soil.
yeah. It's like a heated little thing, and there's all sorts of microbes in there that just start eating me away.
So they put you in the tube naked,
Yeah.
and where will the tubes be?
From
Live streamed.
From what it looks like, if you go through the website, it's a beautiful. It almost looks like a where they have ashes, or like a mausoleum, but it's huge, and so
Wow.
they have a massive room, and it almost looks like they have walls of things to pull out.
Okay.
I'm looking at it right now because
It
I'm
looks
like,
beautiful.
because I'm surprised
you
you
mean
would,
a morgue.
surprised
Yeah,
you would go
morgue.
for this without seeing the.
Tour our facility, aren't
Ooh.
Looks
Yeah.
nice. This
That
is the
looks
old
great.
this is
All
the
right,
old
here's
YouTube
35
video.
bucks.
Why is there a 15-year-old handling all this?
Yeah, so this is a big warehouse. Oh, look at that! It almost looks like that thing that the people died in
Yeah, the sub.
the sub. Yeah.
Or you can go over Niagara and that.
Wow.
I will also be going into a tube. The tube of a battleship cannon.
Yes.
And I will be being returned to the earth.
Yeah, this way though.
Yeah, it didn't cost me
Bye, Rafe.
$35.
So wait a second. So they put you in the tube, and the tube gets slid into this drawer, and then 45 days later, they put
You're
you
dirt.
outside.
What I imagine.
Wow.
And your family gets to keep some of the dirt, and then the other, whatever's left over, goes to this particular place.
What's this place smell like? What is that?
I don't know, but scroll back up.
Hey, you know what? I
They
think they
can't be
gotta-
doing that well if they've got a desk from IKEA
I
in
know,
the...
dude. Look
Well,
at
no,
this.
they're a startup, guys. They're not fully.
They have a whole bunch of Glade plugins. Because that cannot be a pleasant smelling place.
No way. It's fine.
Yeah, no. This
Well, good luck.
Thank
this
you.
looks
Hope
cool.
it works out.
I texted my family last night. I go, guys, I just put money down on my funeral, and I know how I'm going to go. And my mom's like, you are not allowed to go for 100 years.
Well, who's going to get your dirt?
Probably my sister, Like, I don't know if I'll die first, obviously. Like, I guess Tim, if I...
Is Tim going to do this with you?
No, he's donating his body to science. So he'll be probably in a mass grave with other bodies.
Oh, okay. That's,
Man, it sounds like a fun night
Kind
at
of
your
romantic.
house.
Yeah. Party
Thursdays
time.
were lit at the Elwell residence last night.
Date
I was
night, huh?
crying. It was great.
you were crying while you were doing this?
Yeah.
Are you out of your mind?
Because Rolling Stone magazine, the way I found out about this was through Rolling Stone a couple weeks ago. They shared this, and I read about it, and then I was telling Tim, and as I was talking about it, I got choked up because, you don't want to. I don't want to die, but I have such a weird relationship with death where I fear it so much often that I'm trying to get over that. And so, yeah, I was having a feeling.
So you think this is helping with
Yeah.
that?
This is a beautiful way for me to go. It's probably going to be $1 million. Who knows how much this is going to
Well,
cost?
with
But you got
well,
$500 off.
sorry.
I got $500
yeah,
off.
Wait,
was
I'm
your
sorry.
$35 deposit,
Wait,
and then
you put it down a deposit for a coupon, but you don't know what the price is.
They're mailing me the packet. So once I get that in here in a week or so, I'll get the quote.
Okay, you're paying for the brochure, and it comes with a coupon.
can we lock in
And
this
socks.
Are you going to social?
And socks.
Are you
And
going
I-
to campaign
And
for
they're
them?
planting 5 trees through One Tree Planet or whatever that
Oh, that's
organization's
cool.
called, which is
Oh,
great.
okay, great. So you haven't committed.
So they
to
Are
say-
we going to lock in the price? Are we going to lock in 2024 prices?
I'm going to hope to, want to, if I can do it.
So what if they say, all right, so if you pay 10 grand now, you'll be set for when you do die.
Yeah.
So you're good with giving 10 grand now?
I mean, this is a conversation I need to have with my loved ones. But yeah, I mean, what does a funeral cost? Around
A
10
lot.
grand, right?
a lot.
So you're paying that money eventually anyway.
Yeah, that industry needs to be shaken up for sure. And
Yeah, but
I'm excited to see this kind of stuff. You see these pictures. Here's the picture of the group.
There's the crew.
And you're like, hey, I'm happy. Hey, I'm happy. Hey, I'm new here. And then this gal's like, yeah,
It says decades of experience, but everyone looks like they're 20.
Yeah. This gal's like,
they've all killed people.
This gal's like, I'm not gonna smile. This is cute body disposal.
She's got her leg cocked out though. She's done a lot of selfies.
Yeah, decades. So it's a picture on the website of the staff. There was 6 people. Decades of experience.
Well,
7 people. You know how many people we've killed? We've been around a lot of dead bodies.
And did you ask them their plans for, are they going to be able to be in operation in 40, 50 years?
I don't know. I mean, that's the risk I run here.
The Earth package takes place days immediately following the passing and without a viewing or a funeral service beforehand. The package includes service of licensed funeral director, collection and care from place of passing, so they'll even get you, filing of all necessary paperwork and permits, soil transformation, a portion of the soil returned to biodegradable container. You get this little coffee can.
How cute is that?
Looking thing. 5 impact trees planted and 1 tree planted, and access to Earth Family Portal.
This is the future, you guys.
Yeah, but you still got to pay for your funeral.
I'm not going to have a funeral.
What are we doing?
You're not, but your family will.
Yeah, my mom, whoever's around can pay for that.
Your mom. Hopefully your mom's not around.
Yeah, I know. Hey, listen, I'm not going to be here. I'll be hunting y'all. That's how we'll hang out. It'll be great.
Well, there are different
That's
alternatives to burial, and I was looking up some different ways that we could do this.
Good.
You know, Rafe talked about the aquamation. That's it's cremation, except not with fire, but with water.
They do the same thing there too, and you didn't have to pay $35 to get a down payment. They take your remains of your aquamation and they use it they put you in like a little organic bulb that goes in the roots of a small tree, and you feed that tree and it grows.
You nourish a tree.
They have a garden over on Sublet right now.
So that's nice.
You could remain in St. Louis.
Okay.
Now you're going to Seattle?
I think I'm going to Seattle, guys.
Puget Sound.
It's Singles, the sequel.
You could get turned into a diamond.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
There's a company called Life Gem that captures the carbon from a portion of your ashes, then heats it and presses it to turn it into a diamond.
Okay.
They then cut it to your specifications and send your loved one the resulting diamond. Beautiful. Depending on what diamond and cut you choose, you could spend as much as $25,000 on your diamond.
That's wild.
That's weird. You could donate your body to a body farm.
That's wild.
That's essentially the decomposition just naturally, right? You just go into the ground.
Body farms are where researchers study human decomposition.
Listen, if anybody out there in rural Missouri really has a thing for metal and you want to do like a country metal band, you better be calling it Body Farm.
Yeah.
Body Farm.
That's the most metal country band I've ever heard.
Hit it.
Body Farm.
Body Farm.
Hell
yeah.
If you are headbanging with a hell of an accent, it's Body Farm.
And they have to cover I got friends in low places.
Body Farm at the Red Flag this weekend.
Literally.
So body farms are where researchers study human decomposition. Body farms help researchers learn things that help in law enforcement investigations. I don't know if you've ever seen documentaries on body farms.
No.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
They wild.
So wild because they'll put the bodies in different kind of situations. Like they'll cover like one body with leaves. They'll just leave one out. They'll put them in different scenarios so they'll see how a body decomposes. So when law enforcement comes upon something in actual
body
real world situations,
They just put you in a field out in the sun.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
let the birds peck at you.
I was gonna say, I just don't want the birds. So like, do put whatever on top of me so the birds don't get me. I don't want to be the exposed
Stuff you in
one.
a cold.
Well, it's how they figure out decomposition timelines.
I'm into it.
They'll wrap it in plastic. They'll do all sorts of things.
I don't want to be embalmed or anything like that. And I've been to enough funerals where I don't want to be all sunken in and looking like I'm plastic. I don't want that. I want to be naturally
mulch.
I want to be mulch. I want to go back to the earth,
And then, by the way, with the body farms, that's also how they train cadaver dogs for search and rescue. And
that's part of the donation, right? Where people donate. Like you said, Tim's going to donate. That he might be a body farmer.
Yeah.
I think you have to donate specifically to a body farm.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I thought they were.
Do you remember the story? It was maybe a couple months ago. A guy had donated. His mom wanted her body donated to science, and they wound up donating it. And
oh yeah,
it wound up going to the army, and they used his mom's body to test like a missile.
Yeah,
Yeah.
explosives,
Yeah, explosives.
which is terrible. He had no clue.
I think it's kind of cool.
How did he find
I'd rather
this
that
out?
than leave me in a field to get my wiener poked at by a crow.
What?
They love
Maybe you're
berries.
into that. I don't know.
Unless that's your thing, yeah.
Man,
I forgot how
do
we
you-
found out about that. It was some paperwork thing.
There was also there's a lot of these places that have gotten in trouble, like cremation places where they couldn't get the remains back, and some families are like, "Hey, it's been like 6 months or it's been 8 months," and then they've gotten shut down because they were like selling the bodies,
Yeah.
I thought-
farming out.
Oh, yeah,
or
yeah, yeah. They would farm out
pieces-
organs.
farming out organs and farming out pieces of the bodies and stuff like that.
The intern left the fan on.
And then you end up getting ashes that aren't even your loved one.
Yeah.
And then they had to like track them. Some of them they tracked down, some of them they couldn't because some of them went to like government based. So there's people that like gave their loved one over to be cremated. That body got shipped to the government. Some of them got sold to the government. It's wild. And that's happened more than once.
You could get buried in a soup made from mushrooms and compost yourself, which is almost kind of like that. For anyone who's not psyched about the environmental toll traditional burial takes on the earth, the biodegradable infinity suit, an infinity shroud,
Oh, yes.
dude?
which are made of mushrooms and other microorganisms, are zero waste and actually aid decomposition. You could get the suit or the shroud for $1,500 and be buried in either a biodegradable coffin or no container at all.
Totally get the fascinating and well, not spiritual. I'm not sure what the word is. The nature behind the whole pod with the over the tree roots, and you become a tree. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's my next thing
That's
here.
a wild thought.
Get planted and grown into a tree. It's actually pretty simple using Living Urn's Bio-Urn.
Green burial is legal but unregulated in Missouri.
Your
no,
loved
it's not
ones,
safe.
What's that mean?
your loved ones choose a place and that gets plenty of sunlight, and then they dig a hole that's big enough for the bio-urn, which contains your cremated remains, aka cremains. Place the bio-urn in the hole, add the provided proprietary growth agent, soil, and wood chips, then lower the provided seeding you choose into the urn. Voila, a baby tree that will grow from the biodegradable urn.
Average person saves $8,000 when they choose a natural burial instead of traditional burial service.
Dang.
You could become part of the ocean's habitat, eternal
right.
reefs. No, that's you being shot out of a cannon. There's
Oh.
actually
Well,
something.
That counts.
You could be.
Shoot me towards a reef.
What do they do?
Eternal Reefs mixes your ashes with environmentally safe concrete and then lowers the reef into the ocean where it becomes a man-made habitat for sea life.
Sweet. Rafe Williams. That's
Reef
tight.
Williams.
Ooh, I
Reef
like
Williams.
it.
Yeah. You want to go scuba dive? Reef Williams off the coast of Ecuador?
Yeah.
That's tight.
Yeah.
Used to be a rafe. Now a reef.
Now it's a reef.
I would like you to have one of your statues down there where it's just you with like a pork steak and a
Like a
staff.
statue of Neptune.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like
Poseidon.
under the water.
And we scuba down to you
Under the water.
and honor you with our laughing underwater.
Yeah, with a beard and a ponytail. Poseidon.
In your
That'd be
Reba
tight.
dress? Yes.
Get cremated at a facility that recycles unused energy from its cremations into electricity. So there are crematoriums in England and Sweden are capturing the heat from the natural gas being used in the cremation process to generate electricity,
Cool.
giving an electricity grid life even in death.
I love it.
You could donate your body to a medical education program. That's what Jeff did.
Did he really?
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
That's what Jeff did.
That's-
And we always, were kind of joking, even, when Jeff was still with us, that he had that nipple tattoo on his thigh. And when, and when they're, doing the science, they go, oh, this guy didn't, what is that?
What's this guy's story?
Nipple tattoo?
Wild.
Donating your body to science is great for anyone who likes the idea of helping students become better physicians, dentists, nurses, and physical therapists. They all learn anatomy from studying and working with human cadavers, and medical researchers use cadavers for developing surgical procedures, including reconstruction for burn victims, joint research, and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
Or you could do the whole fill your body up with plastic thing. Plastinization.
Huh.
Oh, like
which
the,
we
the
slowly been
body's
doing
exhibit?
over
The body's
Lifetime.
water and fats are replaced with plastics, which means your body doesn't decay and is totally preserved and can be even touched.
Whoa.
Well, that sounds
Plastinated
kind of fun.
anatomy is handy for medical, dental, and animal science studies. Or you could become part of that Bodyworks exhibit,
Yeah.
Which has its own history of.
which has, yeah.
Oops.
Controversy.
Yeah.
Well, that whole thing, and we've talked about this before. Remember, it was at the Science Center years ago.
Went
we
to
went
it.
to go see it.
Did I?
It was interesting.
Well, the whole controversy there was that some of those bodies may have been slaves from China.
Oh, my God.
Was
Whoops.
that what it was?
Yeah, they were saying maybe some people's bodies were taken without family's permission because they were slaves that were taken out of China.
That's terrible.
That was the part of the controversy there. Also, the babies. Remember, there was the babies
remember.
part.
Yeah, people couldn't.
Yeah.
They didn't want to look at that.
There was that was a behind the curtain.
Right.
Oh, get turned into fireworks and let a dazzling light show launch you into the heavens.
All right, Captain Jim.
Heavenly Stars Fireworks is a UK company that packs your cremains into fireworks so that you can get your ashes scattered into the sky by way of an amazing spectacle of lights and thunderous popping. Their cheapest option is the Remembrance Display Package, which goes for about $632 and includes the finest explosions available at over 100 feet, incorporating gold tails to green peonies, crackling dragon eggs, and red and blue chrysanthemum bursts.
Wow.
That's pretty wild.
Bye, Rizz. Here he goes.
If you get the dud, though,
As expected.
if you have the dud one, what a bummer. I wish they'd do the snap pop thingies, those little, whatever you call those, where you just hit the ground.
Yeah. Snapdragons?
Yeah,
there's-
those.
One where you can actually be shot into space.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Oh,
probably-
yeah, they're doing those things
probably cheap.
on, I know, like Scotty from Star Trek. They'll put him on a rocket up to, the International Space Station.
And he's just floating around in there with them while they're working.
Released.
Yeah, the
Stardust,
ashes,
baby.
Ashes are released. Oh, you can get your ashes pressed into playable vinyl
Heard that.
with the audio of your choice for about $3,800. A company called And Vinyl will press your ashes into a record that plays 24 minutes, 12 minutes per side of music, or an audio recording. They come packaged with your date of birth and death on the cover, and you could pay more for the packaging to come adorned with your portrait.
Yeah, what if there's and
That's so
the
weird.
tiniest chance that there's some sort of continuality or whatever. And now you're pressed into a record and you got to listen to this god dang song for eternity.
Right.
If you were to press...
they would all suck.
And also,
That
what
would
if you
be
have bad
hilarious.
taste in music and it's embarrassing to your family and be like, all right, this is what Ronnie wanted.
Yeah, every year we got to
All
listen
right,
to
so
this.
what-
It's Superman, and it's all 14 tracks for Superman from 3 Doors Down.
What would you want? What would be, if you were to be made into vinyl, pressed into vinyl?
Oh, man.
And it's got, so 12 minutes a side, so let's say 3 or 4 songs per side.
You got to go with silly noises, right? Those
Yeah,
kind of vinyls,
yours
the
would
old
be-
school
My
ones?
record would open up with Don't Worry, Be Happy.
Yeah, sure it would.
Smooth. You ironically would just have smooth on
Smooth from
repeat.
Santana.
Dun-dun.
We knew he liked that song.
I'd probably wind up at a garage sale at some point.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
imagine
sure.
that.
Oh, man, that'd be cool.
Imagine being in the $5 bin at Vintage Vinyl.
Yeah. What would your opening song be? Moon's pressed into vinyl. Would it be one of your own songs or?
No. It would be, man, I can't think of anything better than something like Boston. And I know
More Than a
Lern-
Feeling?
I know Lern loves that.
I hate.
No, it would be
Brad.
something much more fun. Like, I don't know, maybe cool the engines or man, I don't know. It'd have to be something high energy.
Scott's would be
rocking.
Gangsta's Paradise from Coolio.
Yeah,
No, I'm going with those. Remember the vinyls that you could get that had silly noises? Where it'd be like
Oh yeah, just
the
Foley
door
stuff.
shutters. I'm getting that. I'm going to be a Foley album.
His starts with a fart track.
Yeah.
That
That's
just
the way to
goes
go.
into it. I probably have Pea Control by Prince. You know,
Oh, yeah.
that'd be cool.
Is that a bladder?
You know that song, right, Moon?
Oh yeah.
Bladder
That song, it's fire, as the kids say.
Rafe?
I don't know the song, but I've heard the title.
You know the song if you heard it. If you heard it, you go, "Oh, that's Prince."
Yeah. Oh, that's explicit Prince. Cool.
That's Prince. Or if I need a vinyl song from you.
A single song? A single? God, that's
Give me the A side.
The A side. Seeger's greatest hits. Just straight down. Man, that's a tough one. There's a lot of good songs out there.
Bob Seger's Turn the Page. Come on, man. That's
a tight one, dude.
One for an opener.
Yeah. That saxophone guy made a lot of money off one riff. I always imagine that guy just standing in the wings of every concert, waiting for his 30 seconds, like. And then he's like, "All right, boys, see you tomorrow," because there's no on any other song. That guy made a living touring on 30 seconds of saxophone on that song alone.
Man, I'd be John Williams. I think I would be the Indiana Jones theme or the Star Wars theme or just.
Dude, imagine your death album opens with.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We figured it out.
Welcome to eternity.
That's the last time we let you run a funeral. Yeah.
And I got shot. There's no do-over, dude. Then you pulled the lanyard anyway. You could have reset the song, and we were like, all right, we're going to start over. But you got nervous, and you pulled the lanyard, and they shot me out of the cannon.
Oh, you're hitting the boat.
I'm skipping across the water like, wah, 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 wah.
Maybe that's the sound your body makes flying through the air. Yeah. No.
Moon has to take his giant old-timey scuba suit with the big helmet and retrieve me from the bottom to redo.
No, that was me yelling no, getting in the tube with you, because I'm going with you.
That's real friendship right there.
Bros for life.
You can get launched into outer space. This is the other option here.
I knew it was on there somewhere.
A portion of your ashes can be launched into space and returned to Earth. About $1,300 launched into the Earth's orbit for $5,000, into the moon's orbit or onto its. You could be launched onto the surface of the moon.
Wow.
For almost $13,000, and into deep space for almost $13,000.
Yeah. Holy crud!
But no, I did think of the perfect opening song for mine, and it's Joe Diffie's "Prop Me Up." What is it? Prop Me Up Beside the Jukebox.
Yeah. It's great when you don't know the name of it. I know you gave it a lot of thought.
It's too early.
Oh, so you could launch your ashes into space, but it comes back.
I'm sorry, what?
Not mine.
A portion of your
ashes. They put you in a boomerang?
Can be launched into space and returned to Earth.
Wow.
So you're still in the vessel. You're not.
I guess so.
You never get out of the vessel.
Wait, but you said deep space for $13,000.
$12,500 into deep space.
That's darn near what a funeral would cost.
That's pretty cheap, I'll be honest with you.
That's a surprise. That's a hell of a bottle rocket.
So there's a company called Celestius. They reserve a spot for your ashes on scheduled memorial space flights.
Oh, so I got to go in with a bunch of strangers.
Mm-hmm. You don't get your own dedicated flight. That's going to be
Cheers. That's cool.
Ooh, you could live on in an urn or figure bearing your likeness. So, like, they could sculpt something.
Oh, yeah, but they botch it. I mean, we've all seen modern statues and everything. We've lost the art of statues. Look at that. That looks like somebody tried to make a bust of a human and ended up, like, video gaming somebody.
Yeah.
A little chia pet or something.
That does not look good.
Or you could float gently into the heavens in a biodegradable balloon. Pretty straightforward. Your ashes go in the balloon. The balloon's inflation chamber is filled with helium. And the Eternal Ascent Society releases the balloon wherever you or your loved ones specify. It floats to about 30,000 feet where it freezes and bursts, scattering your ashes. That'll run you about $1,000.
Man, that's just littering the next state over.
Yeah, cool.
Or you could do the cryogenically frozen thing.
Demolition Man?
Cryogenics, they say, is our ambulance ride into the high-tech hospital we're confident will exist in the near future.
We're very confident.
Till that company goes out of business.
So says the website of the Cryonics Institute. So this company will take your legally dead body. You have to be dead.
Legally.
Some people have done that, man.
And put it on ice in the hopes that it could be revived someday in the future when medical technology is advanced enough that whatever made you dead initially can be cured or reversed.
Some people just freeze their heads.
Ted Williams.
It doesn't always go well.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Rodney Dangerfield's head is frozen?
Where?
Yeah, dude, he got real weird at the end of his life. He married like this younger gal who was into a lot of new age stuff, and he ended up freezing his head or maybe his whole body. But everybody was highly concerned when he passed.
I wish we could go visit the frozen head. Would you do that?
It's like Futurama.
No.
You wouldn't?
No.
I go to
To actually see it?
or just yeah, I guess. Like I mean, we went to Body Worlds. What's the damn difference?
I mean,
It's
I'm
Rodney
not,
Dangerfield's
I'm not
head.
imagining it's the head or the face that you're thinking
It would look
of
like
the one you loved
Yeah.
prior to death.
Hey, why don't you give him some respect?
No, he'll never get that respect. No, I on my honeymoon, we went to like the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, and we went to where Groucho Marx and this Jewish is it a Jewish cemetery? They call them
Yeah,
cemeteries.
yeah.
And so Groucho is put like in a wall. His ashes are in the wall, and so people come up and put like cigars and little fake mustaches and whatnot. I don't know. I like visiting.
Yeah, but you're not
celebrity
actually
graves.
seeing the body.
I feel like Nick Cage will do that and put it on display in New Orleans or something.
He has the pyramid.
Yeah.
Hollywood
Oh,
Forever
that's right.
Cemetery is
to
cool.
pay off.
They do
Yeah.
like shows out there. It's kind of
Oh, yeah, they'll show movies
yeah,
out there.
Yeah.
like I'm doing a show at Netflix festival at the Hollywood Cemetery at this Masonic Lodge. That's like Bruce Lee's grave is like 2 feet away from it. It's cool.
That's not weird, though. Like,
It's kind of the pageantry is very Hollywood. Like even the tombstones are like they're like giant. Like Bruce Lee's grave is cool as hell, and like there's all they have all sorts of celebrities that have been buried out there, and they all have kind of what Lern is talking about. There's people visit and leave trinkets, and it's well kept. But they show movies out there. Like people go out there and like put blankets down and hang out in the cemetery with old movie stars, and they like an outdoor drive-in.
Yeah.
It's kind of
so
wild.
you have visited famous graves?
I have. It's kind of a thing that I like to do. I guess it's weird, but I like to go and see where people,
Yeah.
Where
They
they
don't
are.
bother me.
What cemeteries?
No.
No?
You know, it's just, I can go out to any of those. I'd go watch a movie out there.
Yeah, where else have I? I've gone to a couple through my travels where you just want to go and see where
Well,
these people are, give you respects.
We went down to Hot Springs, and my wife and I, and on the way there, we stopped in a little town my dad grew up in, and we went to the cemetery to go look at family tombstones, because one of them says it's killed by Bill, or this man was killed by Bill, and that guy is our cousin or whatever. So anyways, it's hilarious. It's Hooshe, and it's awesome. But we were walking around I'm like, man, this is awesome, beautiful day. Cotton was in full bloom. And then I realized, like, oh, I'm truly a 40-year-old. I'm on a vacation going to a cemetery to look at dead family members.
I went to the only famous cemetery spot I went to was Houdini's grave.
That's cool.
Could you find it?
Yeah. No, it's in Queens.
Well, technically, what's the Westminster Abbey in London?
Oh, yeah, all the
Yeah,
kings
just
and
east
queens
of
are
I mean,
buried.
dude, that's one of the coolest places that you're basically going through a big old mausoleum with all these people under your feet.
Yeah.
And I mean, what was it? Was it Shakespeare? I mean, there's like, dude, it's a spectacular.
I would like to go to like Arlington in D.C.
Oh, that'd be wild.
That's cool.
Or is that Virginia?
There's Tim with Groucho.
one of the craziest things I would say, if you have the opportunity and you're okay with this, is you go to the catacombs where
Yes.
all the
In
bodies.
Paris?
Well, there's so many of them. One of the ones that I remember doing was in Vienna at St. Stephen's, and you go into the catacombs, and it is the walls are made of human bones, and they take the leg bones and they reverse them like this and stick them through the skulls, and they kind of make walls out of the skulls and leg bones, and they stacked. And there's thousands upon thousands, tens of thousands of bodies in there that were dumped in the hole during the plague. And they
Well, happy
eventually had
Friday,
to clean those
You've been down
bodies.
there to see that?
Yes. and
That's
it's-
incredible.
It is.
Did you feel like Indiana Jones?
Yes,
Yeah.
because it's legit, dude. And you're down there, and then they take you through a room where there's jars that are holding the organs of certain clergy or kings and queens and different people, and
Wow.
they put all this stuff down there, and they're like, don't touch anything, no pictures, no nothing. And this is in a church that's well over hundreds of years older than our country.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're just like,
Yeah,
it's just everyday business.
It's
Yeah,
morbid
it's-
curiosity. That's
It
why
is.
we go visit those things. So you went to Johnny Ramone's?
Johnny Ramone's grave at Hollywood Forever, which I love the Ramones, so that was really moving.
Yeah,
for
that
me.
famous statue of him playing guitar.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It is.
Here's this place in Arizona where all the people are frozen. By the way, Ted Williams not only was frozen, but his son was frozen as well because they made a pact that the whole family would do it to reunite someday.
Oh.
And they signed it on a napkin, and it held up in court.
Wow.
So he's there, too. In this place
Yeah,
in
there was
Arizona.
a fight over it, too.
And they say that there's 145 people that have now been frozen in Alcor Life Extensions Foundation in Scottsdale.
Because Walt, right?
And this is how they did it. Look, they've got them wrapped in this weird sleeping bag, and then they dip them in a pod that is liquid nitrogen in an aluminum pod, and they have, like, other people in there. So they're all kind of floating together in their sleeping bag.
You know the story of Ted Williams in his head, right?
So it's thawed, right?
So there was a book written about this place in Phoenix. That's where the facility is. It's called Alcor. Headline, Williams head abused at facility. A new book by a former employee of Alcor, the company that froze Ted Williams' remains, alleges that the Baseball Hall of Famer's body was mistreated by the company. They said... I guess a tuna can was frozen to his head accidentally.
Oh.
That's what I remember.
It happens.
He worked for this guy worked for this company for 8 months in 2003, first as a clinical director, then as chief operating officer. He included several photographs in the book, including one of an upside-down severed head that had what appeared to be a tuna can attached to it. He says that Alcor used the cans from a cat that lived in the premises as pedestals for the heads. So put the heads on the tuna cans
To keep them
to keep them up.
Yeah. Wow.
Williams' head was being transferred from one container to another when the monkey wrench incident took place. When the head was removed from the first container, the disembodied face set and that awful frozen scream looked nothing like any picture of Ted Williams I ever seen. An Alcor employee tried in vain to remove the tuna can attached to his head, then grabbed a monkey wrench, heaved a mighty swing, missing the tuna can completely but hitting the head dead center. Tiny pieces of frozen head sprayed around the room.
Good God.
The next swing,
A splendid splinter.
knocked the can loose.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, this story is in a lot of
That's
different
gnarly.
places.
Okay. Anyway,
Well,
good luck, Lern.
Thank you. Happy Friday.
I would love
everybody.
to know that when you get the
I
literature.
will. I'll bring it in.
I want to see the socks.
Yeah.
I'll wear the
Moon's
socks.
more interested in the socks.
I'll bring everything in.
All right, since today's Friday, these are my Friday leftovers. Just some stories I didn't get to this week. Headline, a couple was reunited with their cat after they accidentally sent it to Amazon.com.
I'm sorry, what? They sent their cat?
Accidentally to Amazon.com.
They Aunt Bethany their cat?
So a couple in Utah thrilled to be reunited with their cat, Galena, who mysteriously disappeared 2 weeks ago. They looked all over for her and even put up signs in the neighborhood. Turned out the cat didn't run away. The couple shipped her to Amazon accidentally. So I guess this cat loved hiding in boxes.
Like cats do.
And she was inside a box of work boots that was later packed up, dropped off, and returned to Amazon.
What a turd.
Wow.
The cat was in the box for 6 days.
Oh.
6 days, no
my
food,
gosh.
no water, before being discovered by an Amazon employee named Brandy, who immediately started caring for the cat. She took her to the vet, who scanned her microchip. The cat's owner, Carrie Clark, says she was stunned to get a call that this cat had traveled from Utah to California.
Damn.
She had to go to California to get the cat. Thankfully, she's recovering, no serious issues at all.
Good.
Although it's very good she was found when she was. Several lucky breaks helped the story have a happy ending. So the cat was in a big box. They weren't just shipping one pair of boots. There were 5 pairs inside because I guess Amazon's doing this try it before you buy it program. Also, the weather wasn't too hot or too cold. And the box was partially split open at one seam, allowing the cat enough to breathe.
Golly.
And coincidentally, Brandy, who was the Amazon worker that found the cat, knows all about cats and even rescues them on the side.
My people.
How do you not check? I mean, all cats like boxes. They all do. Like, and if it's not a cat if it doesn't like boxes.
Yeah.
How are you shipping out boxes and stuff and not checking?
Right.
That's crazy. You must
she
have been
was
really
happy.
moving
Drunk,
fast.
packing up her boots. I don't know.
Man, that's great.
Oh, you're
and
right.
the wild
Happy
thing
ending.
is, how many people had to handle that box and not hear a meow or like
Yeah.
a,
Yeah,
something?
that's crazy.
That box probably being thrown around.
The the cat has yet to return to playing in boxes.
Yeah,
Who drinks Perrier? Anybody?
I do.
I do. I love that stuff.
I used to.
If you had a bottle of Perrier recently and you thought, man, this tastes like crap, well, there may have been a reason for that.
Oh, no. Don't tell me.
Perrier was ordered to destroy 2 million bottles of water after a fecal bacteria was discovered in one of its wells in southern France.
Oh, no.
Hooyay.
They'd been using this well since 1903, so over 100 years. So if your
Okay. Who
Perrier didn't taste good,
pooped in the well? Pierre?
Was that you?
Jean?
now they're saying it's all the bottles out on the market can be consumed in complete safety. The Perrier's parent company, Nestle, they didn't go into any specifics as far as the contamination goes, but it sounds like a temporary issue.
Jacques? Laurent?
The region had a lot of heavy rains last month, and it may have had something to do with that, like the poo in there. Nestle says the well is being reinforced, and the use of it, quote, will resume at the appropriate time under the control of the authorities.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Oh, Perrier.
Oh.
I know, my wife got one of those soda streams. She swears by it.
Yeah.
Dude, we're bubbling. Dude, we're bubbling water like crazy in the Rizz household.
Heck yeah.
Dude, we're bubbling fools out in my house.
Sorry, I can't come. I'm soda streaming.
I'm carbonating water currently.
I'm bubbling.
The U.S. birth rate has fallen to a record low,
I saw this.
ending the uptick in new babies that began during the pandemic. So during the pandemic, everybody was humping like rabbits, and the babies popping out everywhere.
Right.
Idiocracy begins, ladies and gentlemen. This is the beginning. Don't you remember Idiocracy?
When people stopped having kids.
Yeah, all the smart people stopped having kids, and it's all downhill from here.
Well,
Listening to a podcast about that last night. That was originally called 3001. And I think it was like the Dak Shepard podcast with Maya Rudolph. And they were talking about the movie tested so poorly, they changed it to Idiocracy, and they didn't want it. Because a lot of those Mike Judge movies kind of caught after. Like Office Space, Idiocracy became
they
like
were actually box office failures.
box office failures, but cult classics. And they said that Maya Rudolph's husband, who I believe is Paul Thomas Anderson, said they finally couldn't figure out why it was testing below 40%. And they let him watch it. And he goes, oh, because all of the people that would come watch a free movie and give the survey are the people you're making fun of. That's why this movie's great. You shouldn't have changed anything. It's hilarious.
I remember when it was coming out. So when it came out, what year?
Oh, man, 2000 maybe?
2001.
2001?
So I remember it was kind of, a new Mike Judge movie's coming out, follow-up to Office Space is going to be a big deal. And then all of a sudden, the movie company, the promoter just dropped it.
Yeah.
I don't think it ever had a big release.
06.
06? Wow.
It never had a big release. I think it came out maybe in New York and California, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
It didn't test well.
Yeah, I remember a friend of ours, doing the whole, you haven't seen Idiocracy? It's Mike Judge's new movie. And we're like, what? And he made it seem like we missed a big thing.
Only on the coast they showed it.
Yeah, because I never saw it in theaters.
Coastal Elites.
Wow.
It was interesting because it took on a life of its own, but that was just an interesting observation. They also said that they thought part of the reason was he went after brands so hard, like Starbucks was given HJs. When you go to Starbucks, you just signed up and got an HJ. And it's like they went after some big companies in that movie.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rizz. Sponsored by
Brando
Carl's.
was pretty much Gatorade.
Yeah, sponsored by Carl's Jr.
Yeah, Carl's Jr. was another one. So they were like, so many brands that gave money to Hollywood and to these studios. They were like, man, he went so hard on some of these brands. That was part of the conspiracy theory.
I forgot the premise was that smart people stopped having kids.
Yeah.
And only the dummies reproduced.
Yeah, and this guy was frozen for a military experiment. And
Basically
he was
a dumb guy. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was he was the most average Joe in current times.
Yes.
And he was frozen, and when he awakened 200 years later, he was the smartest guy on earth, and he was tasked with rescuing the planet.
So the CDC says that just more than 3,591,000 babies were born in the U.S. in 2023, down 2% from the more than 3,667,000 born in 2022.
Welcome to Costco. I love you. I forgot they really did go pretty hard on.
So the and they say the
brands.
birth rate is so low right now that it's below what is needed to replace deaths of previous generations since 1971.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not replacing who's dying.
Yeah.
Great.
Going to be a lot of jobs here soon.
Well, with that being said,
Do we need more people? You been out there?
well, you feel like you're packed in?
I think we're good.
Didn't you see Idiocracy?
You feel like you're packed in?
Do we? I think we're good. I think we could quality over quantity at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe Mike Judge is like a time traveler, and he came back and tried to warn us. And
It makes sense.
Heed his warnings.
Yeah, you crucify him for it.
You know, the internet is a super weird place sometimes, especially when it comes to memes. And speaking of babies, there's a meme on social media where people are posting this. Blank would be a beautiful name for a baby girl. Have you seen this?
Blank?
So, like, fill in the blank. Blank would be a beautiful name for a baby girl. But it isn't a beautiful name. It's an absurd name. Like, Ponderosa would be a beautiful name
Ponderosa. Yeah, it is pretty.
Ponderosa would be a beautiful name for a baby girl. Or Activia would be a beautiful name for a baby girl.
Yeah.
Gogurt. This is my daughter, Gogurt.
Sega Dreamcast would be a beautiful name for a baby girl. Peanut Butter Bagel would be a beautiful name for a baby girl.
This is Idiocracy again.
Calamari would be a beautiful name for a baby girl.
President Herbert Mountain Dew Camacho.
Britta would be a beautiful name for a baby girl.
I know a
agree.
Britta.
You know what Ponderosa is?
What?
A tall, slender pine tree. That kind of is a great name.
Not anymore.
Garnier Fructose would be a beautiful name for a baby girl.
Gosh.
What about Tilapia? Tilapia would be a beautiful name for a baby
It's
girl.
a poo fish. Don't want to mess with poo fish.
Roth IRA would be a beautiful name for a
Roth.
baby girl. No?
Roth would be a cool name for a guy. Roth.
I think Circadian Rhythm would be a beautiful name for a baby girl.
That's pretty.
Born to be a drummer.
Coming off the eclipse, I think Totality would be a beautiful name for a baby girl. Velveeta. Doesn't that just roll off the tongue?
That has to.
Velvet.
Velveeta.
Long shelf life.
That is a beautiful name for a baby girl.
Such cheesy jokes, though.
Banana Pepper would be a beautiful name for a baby girl. Okay, you got it. That was all over the internet this week. Today is National First Kiss Day.
Cool.
Hopefully your first kiss was a memorable one.
Yes. French kiss? Is that what we're talking
I don't know. What do you consider a first kiss?
Oh, man, if it was
Just-
first kiss, then I don't remember that. That was the first boy. I remember getting in trouble in kindergarten for kissing this guy named David.
I think just lips on lips.
Oh, then it was kindergarten for me.
Like, doesn't have to be, French. Doesn't have to be a French kiss, does it? I don't know. What's considered a first kiss?
I think a French kiss is the first kiss.
We call
that
it
was a bigger
freedom
deal.
kiss here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, that's right. My apologies. Ever since 01, it's now called Freedom Kiss. Yes.
Yeah. Because.
Last time I checked my watch, it still said America.
Yeah. Right.
All right.
Freedom kiss. Yeah. What is considered a first kiss? Is it
I would
Moon? Is
imagine
it just lip? Is it just?
I don't know.
Someone
It's not a peck on the cheek.
not like a grandma. It's like from
Yeah, grandma was my first.
yeah. I mean, because those would be your first kisses. But yeah, it's got to be lip to.
I can't. Yeah, I
lip-
can't.
With
I can't
tongue?
really, I can't really weigh in because both happened kind of at the same time. Same sesh. For me,
I always consider my first kiss in sixth grade, like my first real kiss of a girl. Amanda
with
Rivera.
the girl.
and
Yes.
was it a freedom kiss or a?
I don't remember. No, I think it was just. Nobody knew what to do. I just remember being kind of forced to do it.
It's pretty young.
Like it was like, all right, everybody's doing this.
Yeah.
Amanda likes you.
All right.
You're gonna kiss her during recess.
Oh, okay. Oh, he was scheduled by
It was
your
scheduled
assistants.
it was scheduled by other people.
Your people got a hold of her people, and
her people got a hold of my people. Actually,
it was arranged.
Her people got a hold of my people, and I remember just everybody like in a circle.
Oh.
In a circle. You did it in a group?
Oh yeah,
That's romantic.
like everybody kind of circled us.
Wow, man.
All right, Scott's gonna kiss Amanda, and I wasn't really into her.
Oh.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I wasn't really into her, and then she became my girlfriend after that.
Yeah.
Official.
That's official
Sealed
now.
with a kiss.
How old?
6th grade.
Tight.
You weren't
Who were
into
that?
her.
Tight.
They arranged a kiss.
It was an arranged boyfriend-girlfriend thing as well.
And then you were an item. Wow, you really...
Yeah, it was like the friend group. It was like the two friend group, the girl group and the guy group. You know, everybody kind of paired up.
Yeah.
And I got Amanda.
You were really being led around by your...
Well, I was like, cool, man, I got a girlfriend.
I don't like her any, but it's pretty cool.
And I remember that night, the phone rings. And it's Scott, phone's for you.
Who is it?
It's Amanda.
It's your girlfriend?
Oh.
I'm like, damn it. Now I got to talk to her. Now I got to make chit-chat.
Yeah. That's
I
where
just
your
remember
radio
that was
career
my
began.
first, like, real, like, oh.
Yeah, it really set the tone, huh?
First interview.
I think that was my first, like, this is going to be a whole thing.
Oh, no.
That's where it began.
This comes with work?
That's where it began. Like,
Amanda, what's parking like at your house? Why do you care? You're in 6th grade.
I just remember and it was a you know the kitchen phone with the long cord.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
The best.
And your parents are like, hey, don't stay on too long. We got to keep that open.
I can't take this to my room. It's like I get sit on the
Mom's
stairs.
listening.
Get sit on the stairs.
Yeah, you know
Remember,
your
these
parents
are the
picked
days-
up and listened.
Yeah, these are the days when somebody could pick up the other line and listen in.
Oh, that was the best.
No, I don't know. Nobody listened in. I'm like, I don't know what to talk to this chick about. I don't even like her. I don't remember what we talked about, but I just remember wanting to be off the phone as quick as possible because I had stuff to do.
Oh, that was the worst, having that feeling that the boys I was talking to, they just didn't want to talk. You knew it.
This Atari is not going to play itself.
Yeah. Dude, I
It
think
was at 6th grade.
Well, nor are these Barbies, okay? But I want to talk.
the first phone call my home ever received from a girl that asked to speak to me. I was like, what? Picked up the phone. It's one of the most popular girls in school. She calls me. I was like, hey. And she continues to like dress me down for spreading a rumor that we were together.
Oh, damn.
And I'm listening to her yell at me, and I was like, dude, do you think for 1 second I'm stupid enough to think that I could say that and have anybody believe it? That you and I are a thing? And she's like, well, that's what I heard. And I was like, well, it's, okay, I would never. This person's not in my universe. And she screamed at me and hung up, and that was it. I was like, well,
I got a girlfriend.
my first phone call, my first phone call from a gal went really well.
Now,
girlfriend.
Now, Lern, so
To this day, I swear she's still mad at me.
She probably is.
And I never did anything.
your first kiss, were you the aggressor?
Yes. I was
I
boy
feel like
crazy.
back then, the girls are the aggressors.
Yeah. Well, we're pumped up full of Disney princesses movies where they're
Yeah.
kissing the princes. And so, yeah, we seek our prince. And we will.
Well, I
fight.
think, what do they say? Girls develop faster than boys
Yeah, with puberty and whatnot.
with puberty and whatnot. Maybe
With
that plays
everything.
into it. And I felt like as far as the elementary school goes, and the girls were the aggressors.
Yeah. My friend Danielle and I, we always loved the same boy. And so she and I mean, through grade school, middle school, we crushed on the same boy all the time. And we would fight over him, and then we'd just both date him, or what date in quotes, because you're in grade school.
You didn't do anything. You just talked on the phone. That
and
was
we were
it.
best friends, and so it was like a weird love triangle for the start of my life.
It was all about notes. I remember getting a lot of notes in elementary school from
yeah.
girls.
As soon
You know
as
what I
you,
mean?
or as soon as you started going steady, you stopped talking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
get
talk to
nervous.
this person every day, like we're boyfriend or girlfriend now, and then you're like, okay.
Now
See
what?
ya. And then you just like avoided them because you're like you didn't know what the pressures of that relationship brought because you were like too immature to.
Oh, you
grasp
don't know.
it.
You don't know what small talk is.
No.
Yeah, and girls were chasing you and fighting over you at recess and all that kind of stuff, all through elementary school and then middle school.
lucky.
And then, well,
stopped.
but the crazy thing is, it's like the boys that accept it first, they become the crushable ones. You know what I mean? Like in 7th or 8th grade, all of a sudden you get a boy that seems to like be okay playing the game, and then that's the popular boy. That's how you That's how you become a king in middle school as a dude. Is you start accepting the game that the girls have been playing since
there is a boy in middle school with my daughter. This kid is a player.
He's a king, man.
Oh, this kid is the kid. This kid has.
He's playing king.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, all he has.
Rafe knows who I'm talking about.
I do. I want to say his name so
Don't
bad,
say
but
his
I
name.
can't. I know I can't.
All he did was accept his role in the game.
Yep.
He was just the
smart.
first to accept the role in the 3rd grade game. It's been played with him for years.
This kid is like 12 or 13, and he is playing the game. He's sliding into all these DMs.
Oh, what?
Now with with social media, everybody's got an Instagram account.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting notes. That's a new note.
Everybody's getting notes.
Yeah, that's wild.
Oh, I remember when ICQ started. That was like the first social media, like AOL Instant Messenger and ICQ. We all had our dial-up internet, and getting to message people rapid speed, and you would see that they saw it, and then you have this little exchange. It changed everything.
Well, what's ICQ?
ICQ was just this 1990s social media that was really strange. Some people know about, some people didn't.
Never heard about
Same
it.
clown Corey.
What is this called?
ICQ. I've never heard of
just
this.
the letters ICQ.
It's basically AOL Instant Messenger.
Hey, you think kids are still playing spin the bottle?
I don't know. That was my first.
No, because they're never getting together.
Yeah. Well,
It was kind of nice. Like my first innocent kiss was in 1st grade, and a girl took me and another kid under an awning and was like, "I'm going to kiss one of you guys today," and she chose me, and thank God. Because I don't know if I don't know. The wind goes a different way that day. My confidence is blown for life.
yeah.
Feel bad for the other kid.
Yeah.
We were boys, but that day we were enemies.
She says, "I choose you."
She put us each in a corner, and she just came over and like gave me a peck and then ran away.
Whoa.
And then I was like, hell
Super
yeah,
cool.
brother.
Nice.
Dude, there was so your first kiss was a spin the bottle situation?
Yeah, and I mean, it's kind of like your circle thing. Part of me is kind of, yes, it's disgusting, but also like the pressure. There is like a little relief when it's like an outside force asking you to kiss each other versus having do I go in for one? Like, you don't know what you're supposed to do or when you're supposed to. So at least if you're just trying to learn how to do it, we got to go outside, which was cool. They were like, go outside and French Rebecca. I was in 5th grade, and she was in 7th grade. I wasn't even in junior high yet. I got the upgrade to a party I wasn't ready for.
Dang.
Yeah. I did the Pee Wee Herman dance at a talent show, and she thought I was funny. And she asked me out with a note.
Oh, man.
It was like one of those things where both the grade school and the junior high came to the gym.
Yeah.
Check yes or no.
I was in, and I was quickly out. But for a moment, I stood on top of the mountain, brother.
That's awesome.
I gave her, oh, man, because they also dared us to give her, she's like, go outside and give Rebecca hickeys. Man,
Oh, God.
Oh,
man,
hickeys
thank
were
God
the
those
worst.
went away. They fell off
wild.
at some point, and I don't know who got that legislation started, but God bless them.
Everybody just looked like a ringworm on their neck, you know?
Dude,
Yeah, that's
I
hilarious.
sucked so many greasy hickeys on this girl's neck. I felt she came to school in a turtleneck on Monday.
I've said this before. Like, I had a girl give me hickeys all over my neck, and I wore a turtleneck the next day just so people would ask me, why are you wearing a turtleneck? You're not a turtleneck guy. Oh.
I love it.
Oh, this thing?
This old thing.
thing?
Oh,
We got leprosy? What is this?
That I had to borrow?
this turtleneck? Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah, it was Spin the Bottle or 7 Minutes in Heaven,
Played them both, loved them both, yes.
Which one was that?
We were a hybrid. We did the spin the bottle, and then you got dared to do something by an older kid who like failed 3 grades, who was like way more sexually advanced than everyone else at the party. It got dicey. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got put in positions that I was like, "Whoa, I'm in 5th grade, brother. I'm not ready for that."
You know, 7 Minutes in Heaven, that was going to a closet with somebody.
Oh, okay.
Scott's very interested.
Yeah.
7 minutes in heaven.
Well,
Wait.
I
Like to pray, you mean?
to pray. No, I wish I could have grown up in a bigger town, because living in that small town, I had to choose from which cousin was going to be the
Oh,
one you're going to
geez.
crush on and kiss on and play those games with. Yeah.
Lucky me.
Living, huh?
Yeah. I just wish I had female cousins.
Oh, you did? Yeah. I remember doing 7 Minutes in Heaven and just sitting there.
Yeah, that happened.
Like sitting there with coats.
Yeah. And just like, we'll just say we did something.
We'll just say we did something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the great agreement.
I had a girlfriend growing up, too, that liked to play house, so I got in on some of that.
Well, let's just sit in here with the coats and we'll just say we came out.
Yeah.
Oh,
You could say, like, I don't know, like you touched my butt or something.
Well, we could have just done it.
Right.
I wasn't going to say it, though. I
That's
wasn't making the first move. Hell no.
So cute.
I don't want to be Me Too'd back then.
You probably came out doing this with your hands going, phew.
I'm like mussing up my hair. I'm like, whoa, my collar's all. I'm wearing turtlenecks.
Like, now you're wearing 6 coats. She's on your shoulders, and you guys are wearing a trench coat. You do a whole bit for the room.
Yeah, like you're a big adult. Yeah.
Hey, Scott, why are you wearing a turtleneck? You didn't go in with one. I don't know, man. Ask me about it.
It's not even a turtleneck. It's a dickie.
Yeah.
Which is really sad.
So you didn't do anything in the closet?
No.
Oh, I did.
I punked out.
I feel like...
I think I did 7 Minutes in Heaven.
Maybe I just got the right gal.
Like, every time I punked out.
The gal I went in there with was the aggressor.
I needed an aggressor.
Yeah?
I wasn't making that first move.
Me neither. I definitely... That first French kiss is never good either.
Mine was dating this guy named Dustin.
You think it was, but...
We were in 7th grade. And this is back in the 90s whenever boys would just show up to your window and knock on the window on like the weekends. And then he's like, we're just going to do this. We're going to get it over with. And we Frenched. And it was so fun. And then he left. He like ran home. And it was fine.
That's awesome.
And then we Frenched that entire summer. We were Makeout
French
City,
and fools.
USA. Yeah. And then I moved.
I'm not saying it's not fun. I'm just saying, like, if you had a recording of it, you'd be like, we were going a little too hard. I feel like everybody goes too hard their first few times.
Right. You hit your teeth.
He goes, I'll never forget. We did it, and then he goes, oh, that sucked. And he kind of laughed, and he left. But we were kidding. Like, it was like we knew that it was not the best.
Right.
But we had that whole summer to practice, and we figured that out.
And then you moved.
And then I moved and
What's
broke his
Dustin
heart.
doing these days?
You know what? He's one of these people I've, like, looked up on Facebook, and I think he's a dad now. He doesn't live in the area anymore, and he's doing all right. He's cute.
He sits on his porch and smokes cigarettes and listens to Tuesday's Gone with the Wind and thinks about his first French kiss with a gal that broke his heart and moved away.
Nobody thinks about that.
All right. Listen, we gotta take our first break. But first, and it's brought to us by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill, proud partner of the St. Louis Battlehawks for all the cacaws. Get them at hotshotsnet.com from Creve Coeur, Missouri, right here. Austin Miller is our team member today. Austin has been a Rizz Show fan since college. Always turns the show on during his morning workout and commutes to work. Has attended the Rizz Show Halloween Bash the past couple of years. Looks forward to attending events this year as well. He misses Jeff's presence on the show, but is very appreciative of the show, keeping his memory alive, and loves how genuine each of us are, especially to the listeners. Austin Miller from Creve Coeur is our Team Rizz member of the day. Get super sweet Team Rizz member of the day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Rizz. Also, a reminder, we will be at the Hot Shots in Edwardsville next Friday from 5 to 7. Come out and join us. It's going to be a whole thing. 5 to 7, Hot Shots, Edwardsville, next Friday, May the 3rd. All right, up after the break, we'll crown the official Craigslist Freak of the Week, and we'll get to crap on celebrities. It is 7:12. It is Friday. Your first look at the traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and 2nd. Tickets available now at www.raceway.com. Things are pretty clear. Your point forecast, breezy with periods of rain and storms. High of 75. Right now it's 53 at the Point Studio.
Welcome back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The socials at RIZZ. Show your emails, RizzShow1057thepoint.com. Friday Fail Stories coming up. Rafe's memoriam. That'll be on the way. Your emails. Also, we'll play Just the Two of Us. Give away some fabulous prizes. Or what we got left. We got Point Fest tickets. Five Finger Death Punch tickets, Cage Elephant tickets, Can You Feel the Punk Tonight tickets. So first, we got to crown the official Craigslist Freak of the Week. before we get to that, so, we've had some pretty weird stuff on Freak of the Week, over the past, how many years? 10 years. But, and some people are like, well, this stuff really doesn't happen. Here's a story about an OnlyFans model who has made $30,000 in a week just degrading men. And she does something that's known as financial domination. Has anybody heard of financial domination?
No. Well,
isn't that what OnlyFans is?
Isn't that just what we all have
This
going
is
on?
something-
Say you go to any store.
This is something specifically like a fetish called financial domination. And I think we had an ad like this not too long ago. So the woman's name is Minky Mina, M-I-N-K-I. Minky Mina.
Mickey Mina.
Minky Mina. So she's made $30,000 in a week degrading and bullying men thanks to a fetish lifestyle activity known as financial domination.
What?
So it's where a submissive is required to give gifts or money to the dominant.
Mm-hmm.
Often the submissive will get off by getting bullied by this dominant.
Okay.
And she says, if somebody told me 5 years ago I'd be making $30,000 in a week on OnlyFans, would have laughed at them. And she says she's been paid for a number of wild fetishes before. Like one guy paid her $3,700 to place one of her painted toenails in a Ziploc bag and ship them to him. Like she just cut her toenail, shipped it to this guy for $3,700. So when she started OnlyFans back in 2022, her first day she made $3,000, and within a month she was one of the top 1% of all creators. So financial domination is not as straightforward as people may think and involves many intricacies. So she says, what I've found with men is that they want to be degraded and bullied. I've been asked to take my subscribers' money, log onto their bank accounts, and drain them.
It's what I've found with men. Okay. What I found with these men.
These men.
Yeah. What do you mean by these men?
These guys. So, yeah, men would give her their bank info, and she would drain their bank accounts.
Oh my
She says, I always have a conversation with them first to make sure they have enough money to survive. And she says some of these men want to watch me spend their money and ask for pictures of my nails and shopping bags. It's their kink. We all have different kinks in the bedroom that we should not feel ashamed of. For some men, that is to be bullied, drained, and degraded.
She's hot.
She says, the most I've ever made from one of my subscribers was $25,000. He got a loan to fulfill his fantasy, which was to give me a loan and spend months paying it off.
Holy cow.
Huh?
She's a brunette. She has kind of gray-green eyes.
She's like Megan Fox.
Can I
Yeah,
see what she looks like?
Yeah.
Well, I found another financial dominatrix.
Look up
I'm going to try and do this
Minky
and
Mina.
not
This is
ruin everything
one-
again like I did yesterday with the water.
This is one.
Oh, yeah,
from,
she's hot.
This is one from an article a couple years ago, and this gal
She's
even
hot, too.
This gal even got written into life insurance policies.
I just don't
That's
understand.
financial domination. That's wild, isn't it?
My friend's partner is a dominatrix. She actually goes,
But she's like a whips and...
but she doesn't, no sex. It's just this. It's like she, and most, he was telling me that most of the dudes tap out. They'll pay for 8 hours. They tap out in 3.
Yeah, but is this like a physical pain?
It's both. They watch. She'll like go online in front of them and buy herself stuff and have it shipped. So she's like spending their money
That's
in
what
front of
this
them
is.
while
This
they're
is
tied
financial
up.
domination.
And she does like some physical stuff too, but
Dude.
it's mostly like that's a big part of it. That's a big chunk of the pleasure comes from like being helpless while you're watching your money get spent.
What is wrong with people?
Dude,
Just wait till April 15th.
Bad, man.
We're all getting edged all year long.
Yeah, but I don't derive any pleasure in writing that check to
saying they
Uncle
would.
Sam.
here's a gal that's been doing it for
Department of Treasury.
Ooh, an audit.
about 20 years or so. And you know what they call the fellers?
What?
Pay pigs.
Pay pigs. Paypigs.com.
Pay pig. So the financial dominatrix
There's the dominatrix and the
and
pay
the pay
pig.
pig.
The art of financial domination and the pay pigs who serve.
Oink, oink. I like it. They're making money. These guys are getting what they want. Everybody wins. I love it. Capitalism at its finest.
I have had pay pigs in their 20s and some in their 70s. Typically, the men are between the ages of 40 and 60. Different personalities, of course, but they're all very submissive. I now have a client list of more than 7,000 pay pigs.
If you, Lern, I'm telling you this. If you found out I was a pay pig,
would it change my opinion of you?
I would hope that you would go, what are you doing?
Sure.
I would hope that you would say,
you're wasting your money.
You're wasting your money. Somebody needs to step in and you need help.
Yeah, but she would just be saying that as a tactic to get your money. Because now,
I would be your master. I would be your master.
You will be my financial dominatrix. I'm going to step in and say,
what are
can
you
I be
doing,
your financial
you disaster of a man? Give me your money, you
No, I mean,
pig.
but you know what? It's just a real thing. I mean, this sort of addiction to this type of kink or fetish is real, and people. It's just like gambling. Like you can go down a road where you are losing your ass, and so
yeah, I'm hoping that as a friend you would step in and go.
If you were losing all of your money, I would step in. But if you were just doing it occasionally, like that's fine, whatever. It's just a weird.
It's a slippery slope from occasionally to I'm taking out a loan.
Yeah,
like this woman said, she took out a loan. Like somebody took out a loan.
Yeah, that's terrible. I mean, I don't want you to be in crippled debt. You know, that sucks. But having your fun every now and then, that's all right. Paying $1,000 to get somebody to be mean to you, whatever.
That's one thing. But then draining her bank account.
Maybe that's what you want
to have some woman spend it.
What if you were Minka's partner? What do you do there? She's making all this bank money.
Chill.
She's not touching anybody, right? I mean, are you supportive? You're reaping the benefits of the
I'm supportive till someone decides to come back and sue her because she took a ton of money, and they're like, I was in a vulnerable state and you took all this money from me.
That's true, too.
Yeah,
then
what
I'll leave.
cost? I mean, there's different ways to make money that are morally bankrupt. I mean,
well,
I don't know how I feel about this.
Okay. Well, don't do it.
Trust me, I will not be a pay pig.
Do they take IOUs?
That's not my kink. Now, burning myself with cigarettes, that's
something that we're into.
That's hot.
Yeah.
Right
and
on.
cheap.
Literally.
And cheap.
And way cheaper. All right, shut down the votes for the Craigslist Freak of the Week, and here's how it all shook out. One of these ads moving on to the Freak of the Year playoffs, all thanks to your votes. In third place with 9.2% of your vote, it was nominee number 3, looking for her dragon daddy, Lizard Taylor.
That was a gal looking for dragon daddy. She wants to be effed by a dragon. The muscular scales go from head to the tail. They're so effing hot.
Yeah, you got it. All right, that's Lizard Taylor. Bye. Your runner-up with 24.3% of your vote. It was Missing Limby Queen.
This is a guy in, where was he? Toronto, and he was looking for somebody who's missing limbs. Or limbs. He wants to lick your stump. If you're in a wheelchair, don't wash the cushion for a week, he says. He wants to smell it. If you have a prosthetic, bring it along. He's going to use it for his sexual routine.
Yep.
He's very into it.
Yep. No weirdos, please.
Yes, but he can host.
He does specify. All right, here you go. Ladies and gentlemen, your official Craigslist Freak of the Week with 66.5% of your vote. It was nominee number 2, Robert Plant.
Plant me, man for man, 49 years old, Newfoundland. I want you to plant me and then plant me. I love plants. Like I'm obsessed and identify as a plant. I'm looking for a cool 420 friendly partner who will treat me like their little fiddle plant and give me more than just their green thumb. Wink, wink. I want you to plant me in the ground up to my neck and then water me the old-fashioned way. Use me as a toilet and make sure I get the nourishment I need. You can dig me up and transplant me as I grow. Bury me in all sorts of positions. Ass up with my legs and arms buried securely in the ground will leave me at your mercy, and I want no mercy. You also can bury me with only my face and stalk exposed for your pleasure. I want us both to benefit from our horny little garden. Make sure you pull all the pubies and keep your little fiddle plant tidy. I have a giant cattle trough and plenty of dirt for us. Looking forward to becoming your favorite naughty crop.
All right, there you go. Bobby Plant, Robert Plant, your official Craigslist Freak of the Week with 66.5% of your vote. Moving on to the Freak of the Year playoffs. Hey, before we get to crap on celebrities, I do have an announcement to make. Yes, Moon.
Do you not see the connection? So Lern had to read this Freak of the Week for the first time yesterday.
Yes.
And then now...
Oh, now she wants to be planted.
She's put a
Oh my
deposit
God.
down.
She's
You're
put
right.
a deposit down
To be planted.
Deposit down to be planted.
Freudian
Wow,
funeral
wow.
plans,
It
dude.
was in your head. You left here with Freak of the Week in your brain.
You're right.
I'm going to get freaky, guys.
Yeah,
My
you like
afterlife.
it seeped into your
It did.
brain.
I didn't even put that connection. But I did see that Rolling Stone article about Earth funerals 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, but
It's all
maybe
coming full
Robert
circle.
Plant put it
Yeah, really sealed the
back
deal.
in your head and sealed the deal for you.
Well, my face and my tush will not be out of the
all right.
ground. It'll all be ground up.
All right, so remember a couple months ago we talked about this Rizz Show cruise. We were kind of planning and
It's
going to hop aboard. It was going to be
the best
awesome.
cruise ever,
Mm-hmm.
man.
And the company was like, no, we can't get the insurance for it, so it can't be a Rizz Show cruise. So the boat's leaving without us.
Yeah, they're doing it anyway. They said, this is a great idea.
The boat is leaving without us, and this would have been such a cool thing. This is the first 90s cruise. So you could set sail on the first ever sailing of, it's called the 90s cruise. Entertainment Cruise Promotions are giving, now, even though we're not going to be on the boat with you, and it's not going to be official Rizz Show, it's not going to be an official Rizz Show cruise. Rizz Show listeners, you have a chance to win a grand prize package for 2 on this 90s cruise. So sailing from Tampa, Florida to Cozumel and Costa Maya, Mexico, featuring 25 different concerts on this cruise, including scheduled concerts from Blues Traveler, Collective Soul, Gin Blossoms, Everclear, Lit, Color Me Bad, Fastball, CNC Music Factory, Jesus Jones, Digital Underground, and more.
Wow.
Hosted by Downtown Julie Brown,
What?
Lisa Loeb, and Matt Pinfield.
Dang.
I still
You
wouldn't go.
still wouldn't have gone.
I still wouldn't have gone. But
This
I love
would have
all of
been
this.
what you were missing out, by the way.
I know.
You would have gone, and this would have been our thing.
I mean, you guys could buy a ticket and go.
We could.
I think I might.
This actually sounds, it's going to be at the end of January.
This would be
Yeah,
awesome.
I think I'm going anyway.
I think I may go too.
Just screw it.
You wanna
Just buy
share
the
a
ticket and
cabin?
go.
No.
Oh,
Come on, man.
I'm
We'll
gonna
get the
bring my
balcony
wife.
with your
You
money.
get the good one.
I can't go on this. Like, this is like my wife's like dream.
Yeah,
Like the 90s,
we're gonna go
all the
anyway.
90s music.
I'm serious. I'm going to go.
How about just the dudes get a cabin?
Can you imagine this?
Yeah.
The only thing that would have been
Okay.
different is we would have been there partying, and the Teenage Dirtbags would have definitely just found our way to a stage and played everything that wasn't being played by Blues Traveler, Collective Soul, Gin Blossoms, Everclear, Lit, and more. And dude, if you haven't been on one of these rock cruises, they are awesome.
Well, if you want to book, Rizz Show listeners, use the promo code Rizz and get $250 off your reservation. But you could win your way onto the boat. Go to 1057thepoint.com/contests, and everything's up there. But this would have been the cruise that we would have done as the Rizz Show cruise. But it's the 90s cruise. Blues Traveler, Collective Soul, Gin Blossoms, Everclear, Lit. I mean, geez, what a lineup.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I honestly, I think we may go.
Just do it.
And it's going to be at the end of January of next year. So there you go. That's it. Kind of jealous. A little upset, honestly.
Guys,
The boat's still
The
going.
red tape is really weird.
friggin' CNC Music Factory. I want to see that. And Jesus Jones,
You're right here, right now.
for crying out loud.
All right, today is April the 26th, back in the day. 159 years ago, 1865, Abraham Lincoln's assassin, John Wilkes Booth, killed by federal troops near Port Royal, Virginia, 50 miles south of Washington. The spot where he died is now U.S. Highway 301.
It's a nice memorial.
47 years ago, 1977, New York's Studio 54 opened its naughty doors behind that stupid velvet rope. 38 years ago, 1986, Arnold Schwarzenegger marries Maria Shriver. Then they hired a wonderful nanny and lived happily ever after. That same day, the worst nuclear reactor disaster of the 20th century occurred at the Chernobyl atomic power station. At least 31 Soviets killed instantly. The land where Chernobyl sits is now completely useless. Also that day, 5150, the first Van Halen album to feature Sammy Hagar. Nope. You were out. Topped the charts for the first of 3 weeks, and it spent at number 1. The album named after the police code for involuntary psychiatric detention and for Eddie Van Halen's recording studio. 35 years ago, 1989, the legendary Lucille Ball dies at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. She was 77. 29 years ago, 1995, Ice Cube's Friday. That came out. 18 years ago, 2006, Snoop Dogg's entourage starts a brawl at London's Heathrow Airport after they were denied entry into British Airways first-class lounge. Snoop banned for life from British Airways. 11 years ago, 2013, country legend George Jones dies at the age of 81. 7 years ago, 2017, The Handmaid's Tale premieres on Hulu. 6 years ago, 2018, Bill Cosby found guilty on all 3 charges of his sexual assault trial. And 5 years ago, Avengers Endgame was released, the 4th film in that franchise. And that's what happened back in the day. All right, it's time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your Crap on Celebrities.
We all love rock and roll documentaries, and there's a new docuseries coming out all about the festival of Lollapalooza. It's going to be hitting Paramount Plus on May 21st. And here's some archive footage from 1992 that you can get in the mood for.
All right, so this is... I'm getting to it. Ah, yes. Here it is.
Lollapalooza.
Joel James Dixon from 91, right? 92.
In the early 90s, Harry Farrell awoke from a dream and said, Lollapalooza, and the rest is history.
When does this come out? I'm in.
It's May 21st, Paramount Plus.
Cool.
3-part docuseries.
Did they announce the lineup for Lollapalooza this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Did
think
they?
you were not impressed. Or was that last year?
Where is it? Let's see. Lollapalooza.
Yeah, was it? Maybe they had to have.
Yeah, here we go. Tyler, the Creator. It's going to be going on
It's up. It's been up in Chicago.
1st through 4th. Tyler, the Creator. Hosier. Is that? I don't know who the hell that is.
Hosier?
Hoosier?
St. Louis' own SZA. Stray Kids, The Killers, Future X, Metro Boomin, Blink-182, Melanie Martinez.
Oh,
were the
yeah,
headliners.
okay.
It was just kind of whatever.
It's not for me.
In other news, some more audio. Motley Crue's new song "Dogs of War" is out today. Features the new guitarist for Motley Crue, John 5, and the band describes the song as the start of a brand new chapter for Motley Crue.
I listened to a little this morning.
I haven't heard it yet.
It rips, but then Vince Neil starts.
Crue at all, which is something I kind of like.
Sounds like, remember 6 a.m.?
Yeah.
Nikki Sixx's side
Sure.
thing? Kind of sounds like that.
Interesting. I'm going to be interviewing somebody from Motley Crue from my house later today.
Who?
I don't know yet. I have to be prepared for all of
They're
it.
coming over?
They're coming over. And it could be John 5, too. I could get anybody.
That's cool.
It's interview Zoom roulette. So, but I'm really excited.
Is it for Casey?
No, it's for The Point.
Neato.
We're going to have it on the website this weekend.
Oh, if something good happens, we got to
Yeah.
play a little piece on Monday.
Play a little bit on Monday, but
If it's Todd, the Pro Tools engineer,
He's pretty cool, too.
Maybe not.
I've talked to Tommy and Nikki before. I really love
Whoa,
Nikki
that's
Sixx.
awesome.
Oh, man, please let it be Vince Neil.
Well,
please
and
let
I've
it be
talked to
Nikki.
Vince too on
No.
the phone.
Please let it be Vince Neil.
Let it be Nikki. Let it be Nikki.
I want
Let
it to be Nikki.
Yeah.
He's such a good interview.
He is,
No.
dude. He's great.
And dude, the list of questions I can't ask them, like the prep that the
Oh,
record,
they gave you parameters?
Oh, yes.
What can't you ask about?
Extensive.
can't talk
huh?
about Tommy's penis. I can't talk about Mick Mars. I can't
They
talk about
actually
the.
said?
Yes.
So everything interesting,
I'm out.
everything interesting, you're not allowed to
I'm
talk
not allowed to talk.
What?
I can't touch any. I can't touch the dirt.
Get the f out of here.
You can't touch
Really
any of
straight.
that?
I can't
Well,
touch Pamela Anderson. Nothing. I can't talk about anything.
Then the only thing that would be interesting, the only one
There's
that would make it
nothing
interesting
interesting.
would be Nikki, because he's really good. He's
He's an
really good on the
interesting
mic.
person,
Yeah, he's
yeah.
a smart guy. He's a smart guy.
And there's plenty I could talk to other books and like his photography and stuff. We could talk
You could talk to
about.
John.
Boring.
I could talk. Well, and then it's like John 5 gets on, and I want to talk about like Simon Marilyn Manson and like all the other things about him. I mean, am I allowed? I don't know. I have
If not,
parameters.
if it's not in the parameters, go
But
for
it's-
it.
All right. So anyway,
Those
that's coming up
two
later.
would be great. You got to admit.
If you can't talk about Tommy's penis, you shouldn't do it.
If it's Tommy Lee and I can't talk about his penis, I'm gonna be very upset because I want to be like.
Oh, they never said
dude,
anything about his balls.
That's true, and he did put his balls
He did
out.
put
a
his
couple
balls out
weeks
during the
ago.
eclipse.
Balls eclipse. Write that down.
I got it in my
Balls
prep.
eclipse.
Loophole. Janet Jackson was on Drew Barrymore's show this week, and how cool is this? She admitted that she was asked to be an X-Men. Halle Berry's character of Storm.
Oh, yeah.
They were going to have Janet Jackson be a part of that. So I think that's kind of neat. She turned it down. She says, I couldn't because she was just embarking on the Janet tour. But I think that's really cool that Janet Jackson was asked to be Storm in X-Men.
Who said she was asked?
Janet Jackson.
Janet
said she was
Jackson
asked.
herself.
Oh.
So Halle Berry went on to portray Storm in X-Men X2, X-Men The Last
So Janet
Stand,
Jackson
and
with no real. Well, no, she was in that movie with Tupac.
Poetic
right?
Justice.
Poetic Justice.
Could have been a Hugh Jackman nip slip. Mm-hmm. Would have been tight.
Could have been tight.
Change that movie.
Yeah.
Metallica have teamed up with a clothing company called Represent on a new collaborative merch collection, which celebrates 40 years of Ride the Lightning. Hoodies that are $255.
Merchandising.
Reasonable. I like it.
The 19-piece capsule includes several T-shirts and hoodies with the band's iconic logo. Many of the cheaper things are sold out. Ride the Lightning was released on July 27th, 1984.
Man, they are the new Kiss. They are slapping their name on everything.
Yeah.
I listen.
Hey, well, I'm here for it.
That's cool, man.
That's cool.
They
Metallica's
got the
cool.
whiskey. They got all sorts of stuff.
The cigars.
Is anybody else smelling food?
Dude, it smells like
Burning.
noodle house or something in here.
Something's
I
going
smell
on.
burning.
I smell noodles.
Something's happening.
Broth. It smells like broth. Who smells like broth?
Scott sent me this yesterday. A new album comprised of never-before-heard tracks written by Johnny Cash will be released on June 28th. It's aptly called Songwriter. So this is obviously coming out posthumously. So it's 11 tracks, and if you love Johnny Cash, these are never before heard. So look forward to that. Again, June 28th.
Yeah.
I was was doing some research last night, and you know the famous picture of Johnny Cash giving the finger? Mm-hmm. Do you know the story behind that?
No.
So there's a famous picture of Johnny Cash. I think he's playing at one of the prisons when he did his series of prison
Is this one where he got a boo-boo and he was like, look at my finger, I've got
No,
a
He
it's
was
boo-boo.
kind of biting his bottom lip, right?
It's like an angry Johnny Cash. So that photo, it was for the warden. The warden was asking for a picture of Johnny Cash, and that was a big F you to the warden because he was all about the prisoners.
Because the water was so dirty.
Then they used it as an ad.
Sounds like a heck of a story, man.
They took out an ad as a message to music executives.
Yeah, that was for the warden. That's why he's flipping the bird to the warden, like an F you to the warden. Neat, right?
Neat.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
My God, that is the neatest thing I've ever heard.
Well, on the piggyback of that, former CBS News anchor Dan Rather is set to be interviewed on CBS Sunday morning. 18 years after his controversial exit. It's being promoted that he's going to talk about his work at CBS and his life in the news. I had to think about this. I forget why he exited CBS.
It was the George Bush stuff.
It was. He maintained that his firing was the result of being scapegoated for the fallout from a 60 Minutes 2 report in 2004 with allegations that President George W. Bush went AWOL during his time in the Texas Air National Guard. Dan Rather says, we made some mistakes in getting to the truth, but that didn't change the truth of what we reported. Dan Rather's now 92 years old, and he's going to have the opportunity to discuss his legacy with the network that let him go.
What does he do, a show on where he interviews people?
The Big Interview.
Yeah, The Big Interview. He's got some pretty interesting people on there.
Yeah, he's good. I mean,
His interview with Kid Rock is a good one.
I like Dan Rather, and I remember watching him in the 80s, and, he's like a trusted news guy
He's the guy
that
that
you
took
grew up
over
with.
for Walter Cronkite.
That's right. Harvey Weinstein's 2020 rape conviction was overturned yesterday. We broke that news kind of towards the end of the show by the New York Appeals Court, and a new trial has now been ordered. The former Hollywood movie mogul was found guilty of rape in third degree for sexually assaulting an actress in 2013 and of committing a criminal sex act on a former production assistant in 2006. He was sentenced to 23 years in prison, but now the Court of Appeals has ruled that the lower court judge who presided over this trial allowed the prosecution to call witnesses who testified to accusations that were not directly related to the charges against Weinstein.
So it's a technicality. They'll retry him.
According to the court's decision, prosecutors may not use prior convictions or proof of prior commission of specific criminal, vicious, or immoral acts to establish a person's criminality.
Which is crazy because it establishes a pattern of this guy is an a-hole, was
Right,
an
he's a
a-hole then,
monster.
is an a-hole now.
So
That's...
Ashley Judd, who was one of the first actresses to bring up the allegations against Harvey Weinstein, says, we still live in our truth and we know what happened.
It's not like he's getting out because he's still in prison and for California stuff.
He's been serving a 23-year sentence in a New York prison. We got some audio of this. We found out earlier this week that David Beckham and Mark Wahlberg are going to court. Mark Wahlberg has finally answered Beckham's new lawsuit against him, where he's getting sued for $10 million by posting a thirst trap video of himself. So we're going to play some audio of that video. He's shirtless. He's ripped.
Showing his third nipple.
You know what time it is.
Ooh.
Let's go!
Oh, ice bath.
Ice bath.
That third nipple's
Super
hard. Super cut glass in the third nipple.
He also promoted his sports gear brand Municipal in the caption, writing 4 a.m. club. So
I'm getting in the ice bath.
It's really early in the morning.
I get up at like
that dude gets up so early.
I pray, 20
prayed
times a
up.
day.
Jennifer Aniston and her Echo Films partner, Kristen Hahn, they're reimagining 9 to 5 for 20th Century Studios. No plot details or cast have been revealed, but the iconic 1980s film followed 3 working women. You remember it? Dolly Parton, Jane Fonda, Lily Tomlin, who live out their fantasy of getting even with their their a-hole boss. So I love this. Jennifer Aniston has produced The Morning Show, murder mystery film series, and the Friends reunion, and I just love her, so can't wait to see what she does with it. What else? Did you see this video of Gisele Bündchen yesterday?
Yeah, crying.
It's a body cam footage from the cop who pulled her over. I don't know what she was doing, speeding or whatever. And she was speeding because she was trying to get away from paparazzi and people that were following her. And so she gets pulled over. I don't think she got a ticket or anything. And she explained that she was trying to get away from these people, and the cop is real sweet to her and is like,
So she says,
what can I do?
Maybe for celebrity, that's the I have diarrhea excuse.
It could be.
I need to get home.
But I felt bad. Like, I know everybody's going to be like, we don't feel bad because she's this, rich person. But she was just so afraid.
If it is true, was there people following her?
There are people that you could see she's pointing that people are taking pictures.
If it is true, or if it's the I'm a celebrity, boy, I'm sorry, officer, I'm speeding. I really got to go to the bathroom. That's the celebrity version of that.
I don't know. Her face looked real to me. And I just felt like she's divorced. She doesn't have her husband with her all the time. She has no security team. That's what she's actually saying to the police officer. She's like, can you do anything about this? And he has to say, they're doing their job and I can't do anything about it, which I think is kind of crazy.
I watched some interview with her where they did a video tour of her house in Costa Rica.
Oh, I bet it's gorgeous.
It's the dream.
It is the dream.
Damn.
And finally, new in record stores and streaming today, Def Leppard's Pyromania Deluxe Edition, Billy Idol's Rebel Yell 40th Anniversary Edition, and Tom York of Radiohead's latest solo project is music for the film of Confidenza. Those are all new in record stores. That's your crap on celebrities.
When is Jerry Seinfeld's Pop-Tart movie coming out? Is that this weekend?
May
4th. Next weekend?
Or May 3rd. Yeah.
Celebrity celebrating a birthday today, Jemima Kirk. That's Jessa Johansson on Girls.
Yeah, she's Simon Kirk of Bad Company, the drummer. That's his daughter.
That's right. She's 39. Channing Tatum is 44. Jordana Brewster, that's Mia from Fast and Furious movies, is 44. Tion Watkins.
Oh, from TLC.
That's right. T-Boz from TLC is 54. Kevin James is 59. Jet Li is 61. Michael Damian, the superstar actor-singer,
Rock On.
That's right. Rock On is 62. Roger Taylor from Duran Duran is 64. Giancarlo Esposito.
Gus Fring.
Gus Frings on Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. He's in The Mandalorian. He's also in Do the Right Thing from Spike Lee and in a show that we just watched recently. What was he in? The Gentleman by
Guy Ritchie. Yeah.
Guy Ritchie. Giancarlo Esposito is 66. And Carol Burnett, comedy legend, is
91. Yeah, 92.
Love her, dude.
Well, stick with your gut. 91 years old. Congratulations.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is India Summer. And today's birthday girl, boy, she has been busy. She has been in 1,698 movies.
Jeez.
She was including, and it was a lot to go through these movies. I know I'm probably leaving a lot of good ones out, but she was in Babysit My Ass 4, Caged and Cucked, Cookies and MILF, Cougar Sandwich, The Dirty Wives Club 1, Face Full of Diesel 5.
Yeah. When Rizz says it's a lot to go through these movies.
Face Full of Diesel 5?
He doesn't just go through a title list. He watches every one of these for research.
His Booty is My Duty, too. It's Okay, She's My Mother-in-Law 13.
I feel like everybody this week has been in that movie.
Excuse me, how was duty spelled?
D-U-T-Y.
Okay, thank you.
Nice.
She was in Rafe's favorite movie, White Bitch Sandwich 7.
Yeah, it makes me hungry.
And who could forget a role in 2008's She's Hurtin' for a Squirtin'?
She was.
What?
She was. I saw it.
Yeah.
India Summer is 49 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, quick break. We'll come back with Rafe Williams, and this week's memoriam.
Oh, God, is that today?
That's today. Today is Friday. It is 7:54. It is Friday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and June 2nd. Tickets available now at www.raceway.com. Left lane blocked due to debris on the road 270 eastbound just before Limburg. Right-hand shoulder blocked due to a crash 270 northbound just before 40. And we got a right lane blocked due to a crash 270 southbound just before 44. Your point forecast, breezy with periods of rain and storms. High is 75. Right now it's 54 at the Point Studio.
His bird is fat.
All right, welcome back to the Rizz Show. Friday fail stories coming up. Got some good ones today. But first, guys, it's time to say goodbye.
Tis time.
We have to say goodbye to some people, and it's time for Rafe's memoriam.
All memoriam haters, switch your knobs. Because we got a sponsor this week, baby. We're back. Memoriam brought to you by the Inskip Law Firm and Estate Planning. You should be interested in this. If you own anything, then you have an estate. And you have to make sure that things are set up properly for your family and go and spend thousands of dollars in attorney's fees just to get what should be theirs already. Go to Inskip Law. Let them help you out. That's Inskip, INSKIP, law.com.
A proper sponsor.
A proper
memorial
sponsor. An estate planner. You got to be kidding me. This could make
Perfection.
What a marriage.
Match made in heaven. Where you'll be heading after your estate planning. All right, anyway. That was not in the copy. For those of you that don't know, the memoriams when we say goodbye to people, much like the Oscar memoriam, people who were upset, pissed off, just generally wanted to complain about stuff. So let's get into it. This week we have fans of the landing. We upset a few lingering fans of the St. Louis landing when we said its best days were behind it in a segment about a possible redevelopment of the STL property. We apparently missed the nostalgic, whimsical charm of leaving a third-tier casino, stumbling past the abandoned Vatterott College Nelly's Extreme Institute for Higher Lunatism.
Is that what it's called?
Yes, an education institution of higher lunatism. Getting dragged into the alley between the old spaghetti factory and Morgan Street Brewery and rolled for our wallet and shoes and then running for our lives barefoot on the original cobblestone of the 1800s. Only to slip on a hot, fresh horse apple right outside of Joey B's, but having enough momentum to slide us right through the door just in time for a karaoke bar brawl over which meth-fueled customer gets to sing Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow's hit song Picture. That does sound like a fun time.
Yeah.
I guess
I'm imagining
we
that
spoke
right
too
now.
soon, so for our fans of the landing, bye-bye. Although you'll have a hard time getting an Uber down there. Next up, Harry Potter tattoo people. We upset a few Potterheads when we simply reported that millennials were regretting and removing their Harry Potter tattoos over the author's controversial stances and social issues when we all know they should be getting them removed because they're a 40-year-old DoorDash driver and not a 9-year-old child. So I'd just like to grab my wand real quick.
Okay.
Incus ridiculous remove us, nerdio exodus bye me.
Wow, all those Deathly Hallows tattoos just disappeared.
I know,
They
they just
did.
evaporated.
Wow, crazy.
Next up, my resting heart rate.
Oh.
I had to say goodbye yesterday to my own resting heart rate when my coworker spilled 1.5 gallons of water into my headphone jack and essentially green-miled my brain and aorta because as soon as my feet hit the floor, my headphones fired up enough voltage into my ears to put Big John Coffee down for good.
Sorry.
I had to log on to my Hubbard employee portal to see if there was an electrocution clause in my contract. Spoiler alert, there ain't. Yeah, it's me.
Get him, let it stop it. Get him, cuff him.
But even though there wasn't an electrocution clause in my contract, I was able to plug my wiener into a Rivian downstairs on the way out and give the owner a full charge.
Cool.
So that's pretty cool.
Bonus.
Yeah.
Now, most men would have keeled over and died on the spot at that much electricity going into their body, but lucky for me, I've been pounding Exploder for a very long time, so my heart was ready for the challenge. That's right. Sure, it'll shave a few years off the end of my life, but those weren't going to be fun years anyways. So thank you to Tesla and Edison, and so long to my late 70s. Bye-bye.
Way to ride the lightning yesterday like a champ.
Hell yeah.
Thanks.
I rewatched that part 5 times yesterday.
From the YouTube stream.
Old Sparky. Next up, deer hunters. We upset a few of our brave hunter-gatherer listeners when we said deer hunting wasn't our thing. We didn't mean to offend our brave warriors who venture out into the wilderness armed to the teeth to defend our communities by shooting these gentle herbivores before they come to kill our families. Thank you for your service. Bye-bye. And finally, King Scott's podcast undefeated streak. King Scott blew his podcast upload streak this week when he accidentally uploaded our podcast from last Friday, which, judging by the amount of angry emails, he tore a hole in the fabric of the Rizz time continuum, causing many people to lose their families to another multiverse. Our bad. Choose joy. Bye-bye.
I'm so sorry, everybody.
Few honorable mentions: Swifty lovers and haters, van lifers, adults with roommates, Stanley Cuppers, and Yellowstoners. Didn't have time to get to you this week, but trust me, you will be missed. And now on to the real RIPs. Dickie Betts. I wasn't here last week. We lost a founding member of the Allman Brothers.
Yeah.
Wanted a proper send-off. He's no longer tied to this world's whipping post, and he can move on to greener pastures. This week, we also lost Larry the Barfly from The Simpsons, though Simpson fans will know him or won't. He was a background character, but they did kill him off this week, and we want to say bye to Larry. He was an important member of the Simpsons community. And finally, the Moody Blues founding member and last surviving member, Mike Pinder, who died this week at the age of 82. And that concludes this week's memoriam, brought to you by Inskip Law and Estate Planning.
Thank you, Rafe. Well done. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye. I like when I watch you search. I don't know what you're going to press over there, and I'm always very surprised. That's fantastic.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with your Friday fail stories. Thank you. All right, it's 8:12. It's Friday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and June 2nd. Tickets are available now at www.raceway.com. This just happened. It's causing severe delays. 3 lanes blocked due to a crash, 270 southbound just before 44. So prepare to slow down and look out there. Your point forecast, breezy with periods of rains and storms. High of 75 right now. It's 54 at the Point Studio.
Basically,
All right, time for this week's Friday fail stories.
All right.
What am I doing? It's time for your Friday fail stories. All right, so all these people already failed. All these people thought they had the perfect plan, but somewhere along the line, that plan went completely sideways, and it became an Uber. An ultra, I'm going to say it, mega
fail.
All right.
Watched a Christina Aguilera video yesterday. It really impacted how.
Oh, the vocal gymnastics.
Yeah.
Friday fail stories are sponsored by
Moritz Royce Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Rizzuto Show.
So the first Friday fail story comes to us from the city of St. Louis. How about that?
All right.
Kick us off the right way. Guy's in trouble after stealing a gold necklace from a pawn shop. This happened back on the 11th at a pawn shop on MLK Drive in the Ville neighborhood. Guy walked into the store, asked to try on a gold chain. After putting the chain around his neck, dude just walked out.
That's not how that works.
Chain worth about $2,600. And cops got the guy pretty easily. How? He left his photo ID behind. You see, the pawn shops require people to provide the store with ID before trying anything on.
Smart.
49-year-old Arnold Burton Jr., no relation to Jeff, turned over his ID and then left the ID behind when he walked out of the store. He's been charged with stealing.
Failed.
Idiot. Mom in California, her name is Emily King, is in the news after she accidentally sent out an Evite for her kid's first birthday party to everybody in her phone. All 487 contacts. She says the worst part was they went out according to how they're labeled in the phone. For example, she sent one to a woman named Jess, hit her car in the parking lot. Here she is talking about it.
I just made an Evite for my daughter's first birthday party. And on Evite, it says import contacts. And I thought it meant import to select through. No, it imported all 487 of my contacts and invited them to this birthday party. Not only did it invite my boss, all of my coworkers, all of the people that have ever been stored in my phone, but it sent an invitation based off of how they're stored in my phone. And I want you to just take a second and think about everyone stored in your phone and how they're stored in your phone. Derek Eyeroll, he received an invitation. Jess hit her car in parking lot. I have to quit or get a new identity.
That's kind of
Failed.
I have a Derek eye roll in my phone.
Derek Eyeroll. There is a prison in Maracaibo, Venezuela, that houses like some really bad people. Killers, kidnappers. I mean, the worst of the worst violent criminals. Last week, a couple of these violent criminals managed to tunnel their way out of the prison. Shawshank style, I don't know. They're not saying how they did it, but they did. They got out. And when they popped up outside the prison walls, they were not expecting a whole bunch of officers who happened to be going through a training course on the very spot where their freedom awaited. Promptly rounded up, sent back to the prison.
It's like whack-a-mole.
Failed.
Dude, can you imagine like the ground starts moving and then it pops up and all I can hear is, whoa. That's a perfect. That's a perfect moment.
A West Palm Beach, Florida man, 39-year-old Lazaro Rodriguez, was arrested last week for being in possession of illegal horse meat. You see, what happened was detectives executed a search warrant of Lazaro's house for a separate investigation about some stolen property. That's when one of the investigators found the meat in different parts of the house. So in the house, there were cuts of frozen meat in the sink and in the freezer of the kitchen. And the laundry room had a sink, refrigerator, freezer, deep freezer, all contained various bags and cuts of meats. One of the bags recovered had written on it, is it caballo or caballo?
Caballo.
Caballo.
Caballo Blanco.
Which translates to horse in Spanish.
Yummy.
Also on the frozen package was a picture of a heart symbol. Officers questioned Lazaro and asked him, "Hey, what's in the bags? What kind of meat we got here?" He said each bag either contained pork, fish, chicken, beef, or empanadas covered in banana leaves. Idiots. Lazaro gave the officers permission to take a container of the suspicious meat, which was submitted into evidence, and a sample was given to a USDA investigator. The meat was later tested positive for equine meat.
It was a quartered horse.
So, yeah, that's illegal, possession of horse meat. Can't have that.
Failed.
But don't people in other countries...
We're one of the few countries in the world that it's illegal. I think pretty much the entire globe you can eat horse, but here we, for some... And we have the world's largest horse butchery services here. In Chicago, they have the biggest butcher, but we're not allowed to eat it.
Did you see those horses running through like London?
Yeah, it was London.
With that bloody white horse. I mean, it felt
Military.
terrible. Yeah, they were military horses.
Yeah, he got a good
They got
cut
away.
on him.
Yeah, it got away, and it was a white horse just covered in blood.
Covered
Like
in
the front of him
blood.
was covered in blood. It was his own blood.
Yeah, it looked
terrible.
like a scary movie that was about to...
I think I have had horse in Japan.
Really?
I read a lot of people have it inadvertently. Like they don't know what they're eating.
Well, no, this was one of those restaurants, and you go out with the promoters and the translators, and they're always like, "Let us order for you," which is honestly the way to go. And it was one of those restaurants where it was like, "Have you ever tried this? Have you ever tried this? This kind of tail, this kind of tongue, this kind of whatever." And it was one of those. And I'm pretty sure I've had horse.
I read a story recently. It was a guy who went to Italy, and he went to this famous place that serves, bolognese, like a meat sauce. And he went there specifically for this, and he told somebody, "Oh, I went to this one place. It was delicious." He said, "Oh, and their bolognese is horse meat."
Interesting.
Like they don't say what it is; it's just known, and that's what it is.
But I mean, surely you can't have a problem with that.
No,
Do I have a problem with it?
No, I'm saying like I mean I can imagine a lot of people be like, what? But then it's like,
I've just heard
what's
it's
the difference
tougher.
between that and a?
It's tougher than beef, but it still is decent tasting.
I don't feel anything about it.
I feel many things, obviously. I don't like
I don't really think about it. Although they eat dogs in certain parts of the
it. I
world.
know, I don't like it.
Right, and I'm saying like I don't understand who would object to one, but not cows.
Right.
Like if you're going to stand on it, stand on it. Like
I don't know. I object to dogs.
Why?
Because I don't have a cow at home. I have 2 dogs.
But you understand this is a rational argument.
Sure, but I have irrational thoughts, and I just don't like. I don't like the fact that people eat dogs.
What about horses? It's kind of in between.
I don't really care much about horses.
What?
Oh,
Like, I'm not against them.
Then you haven't.
I'm not against horses.
You haven't
There's like
met the right
beast
horse.
of burden argument, though, right? Isn't that a thing? Like,
Yeah, but dogs are task animals too, or at least they were supposed
that's
to.
my
be.
point. Horses, mules, dogs are task animals. People argue like those are beasts of burden. Those are like task animals that are companion animals and
Yeah.
are not to be. It goes way back to, I don't know, when they were more prominently used in society.
Yeah, but that's never the argument. If somebody's like, it's horse bolognese, it's like a.
I put dogs on a higher pedestal than other animals, and maybe that's wrong, but I do.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I think all of us do.
You know, have you
Intentionally
tried
or
play
not.
fetch with a cow? It's not fun.
You ever played with the
pretty
cows,
neat.
though?
Isn't
They're
that what
so
I heard?
cute.
Yeah,
They'll
they're
cuddle you.
Sweet.
I'm sure they're cute,
They're like big dogs. When,
but
when they're allowed to be.
for me, there is a difference for dog meat and horse meat.
I understand what you mean.
And,
I'm like this with
cow meat.
fish. I look at cows and I'm very sympathetic, but then I look at fish and I'm like, I'm going to eat you.
Yeah.
So I get ya.
If cops arrested Batman, he could be hit with a litany of charges: speeding, impersonating an officer, breaking and entering, trespassing, assault, or even stalking. But DUI wouldn't be one of them, right? 42-year-old guy in Michigan named Jamal Batman, arrested for DUI last weekend, and it was kind of obvious. The trooper saw an open bottle of tequila inside the vehicle, and there was more. Police said, quote, after Batman was taken out of the patrol vehicle at the jail, troopers located a small plastic baggie containing a white powdery substance that tested positive for cocaine where Batman had been seated.
I got this from the Joker.
That's not mine. It's the Joker's.
His real name is Batman.
Jamal Batman.
Good for him.
Man,
After this resurgence, and now he's there. This is such a sad deal. I
Sir-
thought Batman was on the up and up.
Sir, can I see some ID? I'm Batman. Yep, he's
It
drunk.
is Jamal Batman. Hit with 4 charges: DUI is 3rd offense, driving with open intoxicants, possession of cocaine, and driving with a revoked license.
Failed.
That mobile was impounded.
Was he born with that name?
I don't know.
Did he change it too?
Jamal Batman.
I don't know if
love
I
it.
like that. I think you change it to Bruce Wayne, right? And then people call you Batman. Right?
Ah.
I wouldn't want to just go
Oh, I
straight
see.
to the Batman.
I think from what I read, that's his real name, Jamal Batman. 45-year-old guy from Tacoma, Washington, was in a convenience store, tried walking out with a bottle of booze. Little did he know that 2 police officers were in line to pay for their stuff.
Nice.
They overheard the store clerk yelling that the guy needed to pay for what he was trying to leave with. The guy refused, continued walking towards the door, not realizing there were a couple cops behind him. One of the officers told him to stop. Once again, the guy refused. That's when the officer grabbed his arm and stopped him from taking off. He realized it was an officer holding on to him, asked for a break. No breaks today, my friend. After running the guy's background, police realized they had a warrant out for his arrest. While he was being taken into custody, police searched the man's pockets and found 2 pocket burritos taken from the store, booked into jails. To jail.
Failed.
I'm still on Batman. Wexford County v. Batman. Wexford County v. Batman.
Right here.
That's the court. Oh, man.
Police in Rossland, British Columbia, Canada, responded to reports of a single car crash just before 3 p.m. last Sunday. Car totaled. Front end completely gone. The guy had driven almost straight into a concrete barricade. What the hell happened? The man confessed to police that he was reaching for a piece of fried chicken, wasn't paying attention, drove right into the barrier.
We understand this.
The police in a statement said, quote, this bite of chicken could have been deadly.
Failed.
And to make matters worse for the driver, who will be okay, not the car so much, he was handed a ticket after officers discovered the car's insurance had expired.
Failed.
Whoops. A couple from Pensacola, Florida, in some trouble after trying to claim $1 million lottery prize. Kira Ender, boyfriend Dakota Jones, arrested after trying to pass off an altered ticket as a real $1 million winner at the Florida lottery office. These idiots. So they took 2 tickets and put them together and pretended as if they were $1 million winner. Like they tried taping them or gluing them together.
Right. Like I got 2 of the numbers and you got 2 of them.
Immediate red flags. First off, there were mismatched words on the back. So there's the fine print on the back. If you turn over a lottery ticket,
this is a high idea.
It was all mismatched.
Sure.
This was a high idea.
Differing serial numbers. Kira insisted the ticket was real. Even signed an affidavit acknowledging the penalties of perjury if they were caught lying. Her and the boyfriend also couldn't get their story straight on how they got the ticket, which you would think the whole thing was a disaster. You think if you're going to claim $1 million ticket, you'd get your story straight, maybe talk this out. They're both now facing felony charges.
Fail.
Good idea at the time.
All right, let's do 2 more here. You're probably not gonna see this in Miami, but 30-year-old guy Mark Chaikin robbed a Walgreens in Albuquerque last month, was chased down by cops on horses. I mean, that's very Old West. And the whole thing was caught on police body cam footage, which is less an Old West thing, but it's still fun. The guy allegedly stole $230 worth of stuff, tried to make a run for it, but cops were on him almost immediately. The guy was clearly confused when he was being chased down. And at one point, he ran into the street. Police yelled that they were the law. He was being detained. Eventually, they corralled him. Comp got down, cuffed him, facing a series of charges, including shoplifting, running from police, and possession of drug paraphernalia.
Fail.
It is kind of cool how those cops maneuver those horses.
Super cool. What's the siren sound like, though?
They put the siren and light thing on top of the horse's head.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that'd be cool. Or in the stirrup, like a flagpole. They're running in a battle. You got the little the flag holder. That'd be cool.
And finally, some places, they don't accept the American Express. Some places don't accept cash. This place did not accept meth. 45-year-old guy in Colorado, Eugene Robertson, found guilty on multiple charges, including a bizarre interaction at a Burger King. Now, he'd gone through the drive-thru, offered to pay with a baggie of drugs instead of money. The employee refused. Eugene pulled a gun. He didn't shoot, he drove off. Then he tried pulling a similar stunt at a 7-Eleven across the street. A witness later told police there was, quote, something off about Eugene. He was also talking about God, carrying a Bible with a purple cover. He pulled a gun on the 7-Eleven employee, did not fire that time. Oh, I'm sorry, he did fire that time. A witness pulled out a gun, fired back. Brief gunfight. Nobody was hit. Eugene did shoot out a surveillance camera, though. Drove off again. 15 minutes later, shooting into an apartment where a friend lived. The woman who lived there said Eugene knocked, but she refused to open the door. Police showed up, found Eugene in the bushes, arrested. Cops asked Eugene if he was okay. He said he was not physically hurt, but his feelings were hurt.
Oh, man, that's the worst
This
kind.
is a long rap sheet for one night.
In there, Eugene.
But Eugene has warrants out on additional cases that are still open. For this case, he was convicted of attempted first-degree murder with extreme indifference, menacing, reckless endangerment, illegally discharging a firearm, possession of methamphetamine, and harassment. He's facing 400 years in prison.
Whoa.
Failed.
Yep.
It almost seems like drugs lead you in a weird way.
Yeah, yeah. And those are your Friday fail stories. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with some of your emails. And I'll ask this question before we hit the break. Do you wash new clothes before wearing them? People have their thoughts, and America is divided.
Oh, boy.
It's 8:38. It is Friday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and 2nd. Tickets available now at www.raceway.com. Right lane blocked due to an incident 270 northbound just before 64, and we still have a lot of delays. 2 lanes blocked now due to a crash 270 southbound just before 44. Your point forecast breezy with periods of rain and storms. High of 75. Right now it's 55 at the Point Studio.
See you later. Ah!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's a National Pretzel Day miracle because pretzels have just magically appeared in the studio.
Yep.
And I made 1.5 of them disappear.
They're
Those are
huge.
big-ass pretzels. Big thanks to the Philly Pretzel Factory. Family-owned stores in South County, Baldwin, Ellisville, O'Fallon, Crystal City, Waterloo. Serving up a delicious array of pretzel products from your classic twists to brats to hot dogs to pepperoni melts to sweet cinnamon bites. Bless you.
Bless you.
Thanks.
And they got the dippers. There you the dipping
Their cheeses are great.
the dipping vats.
Multiple cheeses, mustards.
They got mustard, cheese, sweet dips for the ultimate pretzel experience. Join the party at the Philly Pretzel Factory. Again, thanks for the giant box of pretzels on this National Pretzel Day. See, I like, I do like the ballpark, this style pretzel,
It's
the
very,
best.
Very ballpark. It's good.
Like when they're warm, and I do mustard on mine.
And there's a good salt ratio.
On these, I don't like them too salty.
I agree.
Like if it's too salty, I'll kind of like which one do you want? I usually take the one with the least amount of salt on it. But the good thing about these kind of pretzels is, if you don't like it, just
Shake.
kind of shake or brush the salt off. But I am a big fan of the mustard, like the brown mustard.
Mustard.
Like brown mustard on a good soft pretzel.
Win.
Man. Love a good warm pretzel. God, stop it. All right, so, man, it's actually impressive that Americans are divided about everything, including silly stuff like whether or not to wash new clothes before wearing them. Mm-hmm. So, in a new poll, people were asked if they wash newly bought clothes before wearing them.
We're a divided house, I believe. My wife washes, and I do not.
I don't either.
I don't either.
See, it depends on. I have to do the smell test because we bought those uniforms for Rizz Show Live.
Oh, that.
And I didn't do the smell test. I just put it on, and
Jumpsuits?
It was just pure. It smelled like sweat and gross, and I realized it had probably been returned, and so I lost that one. But yeah, I tend to. I'm a fan of washing beforehand, unless it's used underwear.
Yeah, it depends on where I buy it too. Like sometimes I'll go thrifting and I'll wash those clothes.
Thrift store stuff,
Oh,
that
yeah,
goes,
yeah,
that gets washed.
That gets washed, or if I go to like
debate.
Marshall's, or if I get like a clearance item that's been there for 1,000 years, I'll wash that. But if I go to a nice store and it's all crisp and it smells good, I'm wearing it.
I love it. In fact, underwear I do wash, but like there are some shirts that I will get, and I know that after that first wear, it's all downhill from
I
there.
know.
Yeah, once you throw it in the wash, that's the life cycle of the shirt is on the downswing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's never going to look better.
If it touches skin, it goes in. That's my rule. Like if it's a jacket, maybe I'll wear it. But if
T-shirt, you wash it?
T-shirts, yeah, because it has to get. Usually, it's folded up. It's got those weird like wrinkles from the store in it.
Yeah, but they'll uncrease when I'm wearing it.
They don't though. You think they do, but everyone's looking at your back like, "Yo, he just unfolded that shirt today."
Well, I'm just not going to
Plus,
show
it's
anybody
like,
my
a lot
back
of
that
times
day.
I want to see where they're at. I want to shrink them up, get them where they need to be, get that one wash in.
Well, this is what America says: 51% they do not wash, 49% yes they do wash. America is truly divided on this. Now, some people explain their answers actually, like, yes, they do wash. You don't know how many people have handled it. No, I don't wash them. I should, but it's all downhill after that first wash. They're never the same. That's like what Moon and I said.
That's one wash though.
Yes, if they're bought in store. No, if they're bought online and come in a sealed product package. Yes, but only for undergarments and bathing suits. Yes, if it's in direct contact with my skin.
Good rule.
Otherwise, no. Yes, I always find new shirts to be itchy if I haven't washed them. Yes, they have chemicals on them for storage and excess dye that should be washed off.
Yeah, I get the
that's
arguments.
That's why if it's 100% cotton, I'm more likely to wear it off the shelf. But if it has the plastic stuff in it, then it's getting washed.
No, but I let them air for a few days before I start actually wearing it. No, your skin is an excellent barrier for any of that bad stuff on the garment. And then somebody said, yes, I saw it on an episode of House. Except socks. Nothing stretches over my foot as nicely as a new,
No, those are
new, never been washed socks.
You're,
Brand new
no,
socks.
that's illegal to wash those. You have to pull them right out of the
Yeah,
bag.
brand new. There is nothing better than brand new socks.
Then pulling them on for the first time.
First time. I mean, the whole day. Like you were choosing, you were choosing joy. You were choosing a good day.
It's like a perfect yodel. It is just nothing better.
Now, apparently, there was an episode of House from back in 2005. A patient almost dies because their, quote, new bootleg pants were contaminated with some kind of toxin. And it took the House team to figure out what was wrong with the patient. But they solved it in a half hour.
Well, House did.
House did.
I'm sure. Nobody else could.
Now, all right, let's get to some emails. RizzShow@1057thepoint.com or instant feedback to the 1057 The Point mobile app.
Emails brought to you by Kloss Furniture. Lowest prices guaranteed. We have something for everybody. Let's do entertainment. Last night at the Sum 41 show, the Interrupters came out and said, "Hello, Chesterfield," to mediocre cheers. After the first song, they spent about 5 minutes asking the crowd whether they were Chesterfield or St. Louis. Would love the Rizz Show, especially Moon's thoughts on the topic, as the factory is listed on as Chesterfield on tour stops. Amphitheater, obviously, Maryland Heights. I've seen a few bands say, "What's up, Maryland Heights?" at the amphitheater.
Yeah.
First world frustration, but it does nag me. Love the show. Thanks,
Jeez.
Chris.
Enjoy the show. Who cares?
Who cares?
I will say, though, as a performer and as a professional, I really think you should do just a little bit of research to make sure that you're engaging with the crowd. They used to say that, like, Bob Hope was so good because he would send some of his writers or his people or whatever ahead of him to get every bit of local information that they could. Ted Drew's stuff, but, you know, like all these things about each little market. So when he goes, he's writing some of his jokes into the local stuff, the local talk, the local news, the local history.
I've seen comics do that before.
Yeah, you can get that in 10 minutes from the club.
10 minutes. That's part of the performance. And I have to say, like, the Interrupters are incredible. They're killing it right now. But, like, that's a little bit of laziness on the part of the
What
band.
did they say? Chesterfield?
Yeah.
Chesterfield.
Well, I mean, technically, they were in Chesterfield.
Yeah, and listen, a lot of tour stops. I mean, they're waking up every day. It's freaking Groundhog Day, and on your tour, you know, on your pass, you look in the pass, and it says the factory, Chesterfield, Missouri. And somebody that doesn't know Missouri doesn't know Missouri. You don't know where St. Louis is or Kansas City. It all sounds like it's next to each other.
I mean,
they probably don't even know what cities are in
25
the
minutes
state.
down, you know, less than that. 15 minutes down the road is, you know, considered St. Louis.
But a simple Google, a simple question to your tour manager or something like that, like you should know just so you don't do that.
I've been on a stage many times doing a stage intro and seeing St. Louis written out on the floor next to the set list.
Mm-hmm. What about Edwardsville, though? Like, you get a band going up to the Wildie. They're not going to say St. Louis. They're going to say Edwardsville.
Sure.
So it's kind of different with the divide of the states, how we got it here in the city. Because technically, that is their St. Louis tour stop, is Edwardsville or Belleville.
Mm-hmm.
So why is it that the Missouri suburbs of St. Louis have to be St. Louis, but the Illinois side, it seems different?
Because you guys people in Illinois like to say that they're not from St. Louis. You know what I mean? But somebody in Chesterfield is just used to saying St. Louis. It's a St. Louis thing. I will say, there's plenty of...
What's up? It's good to be here in the Metro East communities.
Yeah. There's plenty of cop-outs, too, and to be fair. So, like, all you got to do is say, like, you know, what's up, Missouri? If I'm in Edwardsville, Illinois, and I have no idea where that is, but I know that it's not near Chicago, I'm just going to say, you know, what's up, Illinois? You're not going to offend anybody. You've shown that you're not going to do your research, but at least you know what I mean. At least you're not.
I don't think that's worse.
The best is when somebody big shouts out the wrong city.
Oh, yeah.
Or the wrong state.
Oh, I love it.
Madonna did it recently. She goes, "Are you ready, Boston?" They were in Toronto.
I think it's great. Because they just have no clue where they're at. But it's very egotistical of the crowd to be like, well, we need them to know every little thing about where they are. Like, I don't care.
I saw Little Texas get booed because they came out in Carbondale, like, it's good to be here in Carbondale, Indiana. Like, wrong state, dog. And everybody just booed them for like 5 minutes.
Gosh.
You know what I'm saying? It's just,
honest mistake.
all I'm saying is it takes a little bit of effort. The crowd shouldn't be entitled and feel like you should know everything about your local restaurants or something. But at the same time,
Also be educated as a crowd that you're being pandered to.
Oh, of course.
Doesn't matter.
Like, oh my God, he mentioned our city? I live in St. Louis.
Like,
And then he said something about weed.
This happened last month. Headline: Booze rained down after Zach Bryan shouts out "wrong city" during concert.
Yeah.
It happens.
How's everybody feeling in Pittsburgh this evening? Boo. They were in Buffalo. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It happens.
Yeah, it's happened. I've been a part of that happening a time or two. The worst one, though, because crowds are great. They're forgiving. They paid to be there to see you anyway. So, like, if you botch it and they boo you, now we're in an interaction. It's kind of funny. You could, like, make fun of yourself and do whatever. The worst one, we were in San Diego, huge sold-out show. The whole day we spent with Dragon sunglasses. And Dragon took us, and they gave us snowboarding goggles and glasses frames and all this badass stuff. Dragon. The whole goddamn day was Dragon. And on stage, our singer goes, just want to say, shout out to Oakley.
Oh, God.
And these guys are on the side of the stage.
Yeah,
Just gave us $4,000 for the free crap.
Was he doing it to be a jerk or he just forgot?
He just wasn't thinking.
That's why I write everything down.
And all of us just melted like, oh. We look over, we see these guys like, can I get? I wouldn't be surprised if the bus was emptied.
Well, the only international show the 2SG played was up in Toronto, and we got that city wrong.
Good.
That was on, we thought it was Cleveland.
But you planned that.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Right,
and we were already
next.
getting booed anyway, so it was good.
Sure.
Okay, let's see.
What about that email from yesterday?
I was going to say, here's a big one.
Literally.
We got a couple really big emails from yesterday. I'm going to start with this one.
Yeah, is this the novel?
Nope.
No.
I have a friend.
Lucky.
Quotations. Not a very close friend. Getting a breast augmentation done. She's going from a 32A to a 32H.
Damn.
H as in hella big. I have never even heard of H. I told her maybe maybe it would be a bad idea to go for that size, and she should stick with more of a natural size. And she said, well, it's not me, it's you. I'm sorry, well, it's me, not you, which is fine. But I don't think she knows the future problems, back problems, how awkward it might look on her smaller body. She used to be bigger and had boobs to match. Now she wants the same appearance, but I think she's going overboard. She's very dead set on having bigger boobs like when she was bigger, but I don't think she is thinking of the future problems that this might have. She is a go big or go home.
Yeah. What is she now?
32A. I don't think that this should apply, the go big or go home, to a body-altering surgery that you might not be able to come back from. I just want to know what you guys think.
Can they even stretch out from an A to an H? An H is, I just looked up.
Signed, a concerned friend.
32H breasts. And they're,
Ginormous?
they're big.
Like double
They're not
D?
clown. They're not clown big.
Okay.
They're not postcards, like the silly postcards that you used to see.
No, they're not like clown boobies. But, they're huge. But to go from an A to that, can that even be done?
Yeah, I don't know.
I know your skin is stretchy.
I think you can do anything. But if we're talking about the clown boobs, there's gals that go for the clown boob thing.
Yeah, but they look
Skipping
gross.
2 vowels.
Yeah.
And they make this funny
Crazy.
honking noise. The clown ones.
I wonder if a doctor is like, hey, are you sure?
Here's what I think. As a concerned
Hopefully a
friend,
doctor is like, hey, are you sure?
yeah, I'm sure they are. As a concerned friend, you raised your concern, and that's it.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
Now just support them. And
Be like a bra, support them.
And if they have that boob money, maybe if it doesn't work out, they can get them repaired again.
Yeah, but it's a back issue, and
I get that.
when they for most likely have some kind of back issue, you could go, I told you.
who knows? Maybe she had us consulting with the pro, and the pro was like, hey, an H would fit your frame better.
Right.
Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, it's not your body.
It's all good. You made your concern known.
You made your opinion known. She talked to you about the boobs, your friends. You told her what you thought.
Good friend for speaking up.
Yeah, nobody's right in this situation. It's her body. She'll figure
She's
it
right,
out.
whatever she wants.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
She'll figure it out.
Next.
Hey, what do you guys think about this situation? I'm at a local grocery store to buy a specific pea milk for my kid. I was heading to the refrigerator when a guy walked by me and went up to the
specific what kind of milk?
There's
pea, P-E-A.
like pea milk, like the vegetable peas.
They have pea milk?
Sure.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
I've been buying the wrong pea milk.
It's a decent.
Yeah.
It's a really decent consistency. It's pretty good. It's a good.
What? Never heard of
It's a good
this.
milk alternative for anybody that wants milk without dairy, lactose intolerant folks, and all that kind of stuff. Anyway,
Look at everything now.
heading to the refrigerator when a guy walks past me and goes up to the same fridge door that held this pea milk. There were only 5 bottles on the shelf, and he begins to grab 1, 2, 3. At this moment, I see he's going to take them all. I'm standing behind him, and I say, excuse me, could I please have one of those? As he puts the 5th and last bottle in his cart, he turns and just says, sorry, and walks away.
Oh, my God.
Golly, that's awesome.
He had every right to take all 5 of these bottles, but common courtesy would be to give me one since I asked. What do you guys think? I was annoyed, but also a bit jealous because I would have done the nice thing if the roles were reversed and given him 1 or 2 bottles. Y'all are the best.
I would say you're probably weak from not having enough real milk.
Oh, come on,
you
now.
dork.
Yeah.
What a dork.
They're lactose intolerant. They're pooping everywhere, and now they don't have a backbone. Get out of here.
No, weak in strength.
I get
Drink
weak
it.
in the knees and I get no pea milk. Yeah.
Go cry in your kale salad.
That's hard to
You'll
come
be
by, I
fine.
bet. Like, where do you get pea
Awesome
milk?
move, bro.
Trader Joe's and
Pea
Whole
milk.
Foods? That's all you can...
Get out of here.
You probably got pea milk at your house, dude. You probably don't
Yeah,
have
but I ain't drinking it.
You probably do.
You probably got it in your fridge.
No pea milk in my house.
Right.
Got to put my foot down. I got to take a stand somewhere.
This is it.
This is it. Stand my ground. No pea. What is this, pea milk? Get it out of here. We're not a pea milk house.
What? How dare
Is
you?
this pea milk?
Spoken like a true guy who took 5 bottles. I'm wondering if it was you that took these 5 pea milk.
Where was
Just
that?
to
Was
throw
it
them in the
Schmutz Mall
trash.
one?
Yeah, well, no, I'm just saying, like, he's.
Yeah,
you know,
throw them out.
You know,
Yeah.
those,
Poured them out right in front of them.
Oh, my goodness.
you know those people that preach real hard on one thing, but they're like the most guilty of it. Maybe
Right.
he's making a big stink
yeah,
here.
he's a
'cause-
secret pea milk hoarder.
Yeah.
We know you.
Queen loves her pea milk.
What do you do in this situation? I don't know. You go somewhere else and buy pea milk.
Pee-pee.
Oh, what are you going to fight them?
I give you some
Yeah,
pea
get some
milk.
A2 milk. You're fine.
Also, who needs that many? What's up with that guy?
5. Yeah, I wonder what is there something? Is there a recipe or something that
Who
calls
drinks
for?
pea milk?
We've tried it a few
2
times.
people in
It's
this
not
story.
bad. It's not a regular thing for us, but we have tried it.
Is it just sugary and
No, it's not. It's a little bit.
I didn't think.
It's less flavorful
Yes.
than like the almonds and the soys and all that stuff.
said recipes that require pea milk? It looks like it's basically all Italian dishes.
We're an oat milk.
No.
Yeah, oat milk is great, but it's heavier in calories. I think pea milk is
Get outta here.
fewer calories.
Next.
Cashew milk, man.
It's thick as hell.
Well, let's stay with food for a second then. Here's a food email. I'm 60 years old and I just found Old Vienna Red Hot Riplets this past year because of your show's endorsement.
Wow.
It's like saving your virginity until marriage and realizing how much sex you've missed out on. What else am I missing? I have a single-serve bag once or twice a week, and now I crave them every single day. What have you done to me? LOL.
I mean, what else are you missing? I don't know.
Dude,
Sex?
I had the exact
Pea
same
milk?
I had the exact same situation with the Red Hot Riplets. I'd never heard of them before being on the show, and I think somebody brought some in, and I was like, oh, that's an interesting looking chip. I wasn't interested from the look of it, and Donnie was like, that's the greatest chip ever made, and it's made right here in St. Louis. I'm like, well, I guess I have to try it, and it did shift my entire
Yeah, Donnie
life.
is definitely an enthusiast when it comes to. Donnie's the biggest Red Hot Riplets fan I know.
Yeah.
It
Although
became,
Moon will crush it.
oh, it became an addiction for me. Like I have to not buy them.
Moon will
intentionally.
crush a case.
I will crush.
Have you done
those.
the Emo's Riplet pizza
No,
yet?
I'm afraid of it.
What?
I love both brands so much, and I'm trying to drop 10 LBs, and I just.
Oh,
I
come
gotta-
on. You
I
get it
gotta
on your
steer clear.
cauliflower crust. You wash it down with some pea milk.
You know what?
Yeah.
I might do that.
God.
Tonight. Or
You tried the cauliflower crust one, and you liked
And
it.
I said it was okay.
You get out of my face.
I said it was okay.
You liked it. You're just afraid.
You were there.
You're afraid to tell
Yeah,
everyone
you
that you
washed it
like
down with
I
a bunch
said
of
I
pea
gave
milk.
you my honest opinion of it. I said
And you didn't even have it fresh. Imagine fresh. Psh, bang.
I said there was something like if you didn't tell me that it was cauliflower crust, I would say there's something a little off about this.
No, you
but
said
it's not
different.
bad.
You didn't say off. You said different. You could tell that it was slightly different, but you were like, "This is really
Same
good."
thing.
He said,
"This is the
needs
best
something,
freaking."
perhaps some pea milk.
Yeah.
Somebody who goes by the handle Moist Caverns.
Yeah.
Suggesting this man, if he wants to try something new, try heroin.
The pea
That's
milk
cool.
guy?
No.
Or no, the guy that loves the
The
Riplet.
guy that loves the Riplets.
No, don't tell him that.
Next.
Okay, let's. Do we have time for a long one, or should I just jump in to something else?
We have time for like one more email.
Okay, hi friends. I heard you talking about driving tests and related subjects, and I wanted to offer some insight. I used to work as a driver examiner for Missouri, and I'm currently a police officer. There's a lot of good information in this one. And hold on, because it's a little lengthy. The majority of people that take the written tests fail. Often fail because they studied using resources outside of the Missouri Driver Guide. Many generic online resources now are what people are using, and practice tests may be based on rules from other states. Our driver guide is found here, and we'll post the website. For the driving test, many people fail because they couldn't do simple things like looking over their shoulder, signaling, etc. You also need to know the difference between, or the different functions in your vehicle and how to operate them. One of the things that bothered me the most when I worked there was that parents would bring their teens in, take their written or driving test, and the parents would do all the talking. I would not make eye contact with the parent, only speak to the test taker. I'm going to sound like Moon here, but if you're going to be trusted to go out and operate a 4,000-pound weapon, you should be able to speak for yourself. It's time to cut the cord, Mommy and Daddy.
Where are the parents here? I mean, are they allowed to get in the car with them?
Also, the parents that are teaching their permit driving teens how to drive need to expose them to adverse conditions. There are no safe spaces when you're on the road. You need to drive in rush hour, interstate, night, rain, Brentwood Promenade parking lot while somebody's honking at you before you consider taking the driver's test. Expose your kids to all sorts of dynamic driving conditions while you're with them and be able to help them so they can learn.
Yeah, of course. You can't be in the parking lot at Marquette High School, and that's it. That's all you did.
Right.
You got to get out there on the road.
Check this out. There are occasions where licensed drivers can be required to go take the driving test again by the Missouri Department or Revenue. This results from a person, a cop, or a doctor. The full list is actually on the form. Filling out a form which details why a person should no longer be safely operating a motor vehicle. It's called a driver condition report. From my experience administering driver tests, no previously licensed driver that had to take this driving test ever passed on their first try.
Because I'm sure it's an extreme, like you cannot be driving. Like you should not be driving.
Every single person failed the driving test, and every single one of them acted offended when they were told they failed. Sorry, but you suck at driving, and there's a reason you had to take the test again. Also, that comes from license previously being revoked, driver condition reports, or license expired 6 months or more. If you have any specific questions, feel free to ask Matt.
Well,
Thanks for all the info, Matt.
A lot of great info.
Nice.
A lot of great info there,
You pull one more move like I've seen you pull out there, I'm going to get one of these license reports on you.
Good. I'm glad they have those things.
Yeah, I think that's probably for...
elderly.
Yeah, I would think
that's
so.
for old people.
Or maybe you got a teenager that got it, and for the last 2 years, you're just watching this teenager, and you're like, oh, my God.
They're a menace. All right, listen, we got to take a break. We'll come back. Let's give away some stuff. Let's play a couple rounds of just the two of us. So we have Point Fest tickets. We have Five Finger Death Punch tickets. We have Can You Feel the Punk Tonight tickets. So you guys on the phone, we'll pick two people. Rafe will administer the questions. We'll write down our answers. And if we match 3 of the 5 questions, you guys win your choice of prizes while supplies last. We have 1 pair of tickets left for that Five Finger Death Punch show. 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. Just 2 of us. Next. All right, it's 9:13. It is Friday. I believe this is one final look at your traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and June 2nd. Tickets available now at www.raceway.com. We have a right-hand shoulder blocked due to an incident 270 westbound just before Dunn Road. Your point forecast breezy with periods of rain and storms. High of 75 right now. It's 55 at the Point Studio.
All right, welcome back to the program. Let's give away some stuff. That's a good way to cap off the week. We're going to play just the 2 of us. All right, so we've got Point Fest tickets. Point Fest 2024 featuring Bad Omens, Wage War, Grandson, Avatar, and more. Coming up Saturday, May 18th at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. We have 1 pair of tickets left to go see Five Finger Death Punch, big summer show at Marilyn Manson. Saturday night, August 10th, over at the amphitheater. And we have tickets for Can You Feel the Punk Tonight? Saturday night, May 11th, over at the pageant. We'll have tickets for the 3 p.m. early show for you if you win. All right, so you guys on the phone, we'll pick 2 people. Rafe will then administer the questions, and we're all up for grabs here. 5 questions. We'll write down our answers. If 3 of the 5 answers match, well, you win your choice of prizes. All right, 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. Let's go to Tyler in St. Louis. Good morning, Tyler.
How you doing?
All right, Tyler, pick 2 people.
I'm going to go with Moon and Lern.
Moon and Lern. Just the 2 of us. Okay, guys, lock in.
All right.
Lock it up. You guys are playing for Tyler, and here we go.
Moon and Lern. Number 1, a coffee drink flavor. Number 2, a superhero movie actor. Number 3, South American country. Number 4, a historical empire.
Oh, no.
Oh.
And number 5, a real courtroom-based television show. A real courtroom-based television show.
Okay, you guys ready?
Number 4 was the historic empire.
Number 1, coffee drink flavor. Number 2, superhero movie actor. 3, South American country. 4, historical empire. And 5, real courtroom-based television show.
I'm gonna put this out there. There are 2 that we can waste on here because there are 3 gimmies with
you guys
correct
did
answers.
good.
I think
All
we're
right,
going
you
to
guys are playing for Tyler. Scott, you count it down, okay?
Fully admit, I do not understand the question number 1. So let's see what happens.
All right.
I start at 20,
It's a
right?
good thing. I love that there's like gimmies, and then I did not understand this question. Who's counting me down?
Scott.
Scott. All right, here we go. A coffee drink flavor.
5, 4, 3.
Oh, come on, Scott. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, 3, 2, 1.
Latte.
Caramel.
Neither of you did very well.
Just
on
need a
that.
3.
No
pumpkin.
one
3, 2, 1.
from the countdown to the exclamation.
that was a
Okay.
that was a disaster.
Disaster.
bad.
Coffee is
Get ready for this.
my flavor. So I
Number 1,
wasn't
mocha.
sure.
Number 1, mocha.
Oh.
Number 2, superhero movie actor.
3, 2, 1.
Downey
Christian
Jr.
Bale.
Robert Downey Jr.
sorry,
Christian
too.
Bale were the
I
number
thought
1
we
and
were
2
gonna
answers.
You went with my crush. I went with yours.
did.
I am so sorry.
Okay.
I would have said Christian Bale, knowing you twos, but
I blew it.
Robert Downey Jr.
I blew it. But these 3 are a sweep. Come on.
I don't know about that, dude.
Number 3.
you got to sweep out here, guys.
Who just came out of your voice box? Number 3, South American country.
3, 2, 1.
Brazil. There we go.
Wow.
Brazil was the
All right.
number 1 answer. Would have
right.
accepted Chile.
All right. These next 2 have correct answers.
Number 4, a historical empire.
3, 2, 1.
The
Romans.
Mayans.
Oh, I thought it was the
Empire.
Galactic.
Remember we were
Empire.
talking
The Romans.
Sorry, Tyler.
Romans.
Romans, Mayans,
Roman
Incans
Empire.
were the top
The
3
Mayan
answers.
Empire.
No.
The Mayans.
The Greeks would have also been accepted.
The Ottomans.
That would have been a dumb answer, but yes. We can take
I'm
that.
sorry, I'm just talking about historical.
That's
empire.
true. That's true, but it's not top 5.
No, it's not.
Just for
fun here.
funsies, number 5, the real courtroom-based television show.
3, 2, 1.
Judge Judy.
Judy, number 1 answer, only correct answer.
The only
People's
correct
Court,
answer there.
perhaps,
I'm so sorry, Tyler.
if you're
sorry,
nasty.
bud.
People's Court, if you're nasty.
All right, let's go to
Dang.
Bill. Hello, Bill.
Christian Bale.
Oh, hello, Bill. Sorry, you there?
Sorry, Lynn.
Hello?
All right,
Yeah,
pick,
I'm here.
Pick 2 people.
Let's go Rizz and Rafe.
Rizz and Rafe.
All right.
Okay, Bill, hang on 1 second. Rafe and Rizz. Here we go.
Number 1, a type of natural disaster. Number 2, a 70s rock band. He went down quick on that, bruh. I was trying to do a mind meld, and you went down quick.
I got it.
Number 3, most relaxing vacation environment. Number 4, a coffee shop chain. And number 5, a retro video game console.
You think this is Gimme Moon?
Oh, yeah.
I think there's a couple.
all
Yeah, I
these
think
are
there's a couple
gimmies.
layups there. You got this. You
That's
got
what we
this.
said about the
All
last
right,
one.
Moon, you count it down this time.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right. Natural disaster type.
3, 2, 1.
Tornado.
Wow.
You're a survivor. I knew you were a
as
survivor.
a survivor.
Congrats.
Number 2, a 70s rock band.
3, 2, 1.
Led Zeppelin.
No, I put Fleetwood Mac. I don't want to cheat.
Oh.
You went so hard and so fast. I was like, what's he putting? I should have put Led Zeppelin.
Well, Zepp is the
Yeah,
answer.
Zepp is what I
Number one
is the
answer, Zeppelin.
I thought maybe you were going Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. All right, number 3, most relaxing vacation environment.
3, 2, 1.
The beach. Oh, come on.
If we don't get this, I'll be super pissed. Number 4, a coffee shop chain.
3, 2, 1.
Starbucks.
All right, Bill, hang on. You win. Congrats.
Let's do the 5th one just to see how synced up our cycles are.
Okay.
All right, number 5, a retro video game console.
3, 2, 1.
Nintendo. Okay, good thing we had Starbucks on there.
Atari.
Yeah.
He went way back.
Retro.
I had Sega Genesis.
You know what's funny? I don't even think of Nintendo as retro. And it is. It is.
How could you?
Because I'd mentioned Atari earlier in the show.
Man, you're crazy. You are crazy.
You're
wasn't
crazy.
listening.
You are a crazy person.
All right, well,
Bill wins.
Bill wins.
Shannon, hello.
Hello.
Hello, Shannon. Pick 2 people.
I'm going to go Rizz and Lern.
Rizz and Lern.
Rizz
Okay.
and Lern.
Thank you, Shannon. Hang on one second. And here we go. Lock it
Number
up.
1, Rizz and Lern, a state in the northeastern United States. Number 2, an iconic arcade game. Number 3, a social media platform. Number 4, a 90s cartoon series.
Don't.
Number 5.
Wait.
Whoa.
Hey, look at me.
Okay.
Number 5, an action film director. Action film director.
Oh.
Need help with the name? Slide over and I'll help you.
No.
All right.
All right. Oh, boy. We're going to cut this one close. I think
we're going to get all 5, buddy.
All 5?
Yeah.
I do not think
I
that.
was in your brain just now.
I don't think
And what
you
was
will get
going
all
on
five.
there? Dark place,
it
right?
came out-
A lot of pea milk.
There were like 2 characters that I won't name on the air playing ping pong. It was a whole thing.
Were people fighting?
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of people fighting up there.
Harvey Keitel's in there. I don't
Harvey
know.
Keitel.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I can see that.
All right, here we go. Moon, count it down.
He's trying to
All
clean it up.
right. Number 1, a state in the northeastern United
3,
States.
2, 1.
New York.
Number 1 answer was Maine.
Oh.
But New York is acceptable. Number 2, an iconic arcade game.
3, 2, 1.
Pac-Man.
Nice. Nicely done, guys.
Number 1 answer was Pac-Man. Number 3, a social media platform.
3, 2, 1.
Facebook.
Instagram.
Old man said Facebook.
I would have said
Should've went with
Facebook,
him.
too.
Instagram's the best.
Number 4, a 90s cartoon series.
3, 2, 1.
Beavis and Butthead. Oh, man.
Captain Planet was also been an acceptable.
What's the number 1 answer?
I thought we were in the...
Number 1 answer? What did
South
you
Park.
say?
I said The Simpsons.
Not that.
Get out of here.
What?
That's what would you have said?
Simpsons and
Simpsons
South
what
Park.
I had.
I thought you
I had
were...
The Simpsons, but Beavis and Butthead is a good. That's a good
I
answer.
thought you were thinking like Beavis and Butthead or Daria. I thought we were in the MTV world.
We literally saw a guy on TV named Beavis earlier, and we were talking
Right.
about
His name is Bevis.
Beavis. Don't try to church it up
Very
here.
elite.
And number
Well, it comes out of
5,
this.
for all the marbles after you started so strong at 2 in a row and then biffed 2 in a row, an action film director.
3, 2, 1.
Michael
Christopher
Bay.
Nolan. You know what? I was going to say Michael Bay.
Michael Bay was the number 1 answer.
Sorry,
Dang
Shannon.
it.
Wow.
I thought you were going to piggyback on the Christian Bale love. So
No, I don't. You know, it's funny. I don't consider Christopher Nolan like an action movie.
I guess that, yeah. You're
Michael
right.
Bay
You're right.
was there.
It was Michael Bay. I should have went with that.
Those are action movies, though, man. What would you consider them?
Is Oppenheimer's an action movie?
Okay, perhaps
it was like a
not,
cute
but
romance.
You named one of like 10. Even Interstellar is a lot of action. Even Inception is a lot of
I
action.
think
a
they're
lot of
Michael Bay was
walking.
the
There's a lot of sitting,
He's an action film.
Michael Bay.
lifting
Master.
phones.
Michael Bay likes blowing stuff up.
Oh, I
weird
understand.
lighting.
Listen, look what I wrote.
You wrote Michael Bay?
Michael Bay.
Dang.
Michael Bay.
My bad.
I'm just defending my friend here who's had great
No,
answers.
it's fine. It's fine. Should have said The
sorry.
Simpsons for the win, but didn't. Tiffany, hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tiffany. Picks 2 people.
I'm going to choose you, Rizz, and Moon, please.
All right.
Okay.
Me and you.
Rizz and Moon.
The brothers.
Thought somebody said Debbie was back on the line.
No, poor Debbie can't get through. Oh, no. Yeah.
She is.
No, she is. Debbie's. Okay. We'll get
All
to
right.
Debbie. Oh, Debbie.
Number 1, a daily personal care task. Number 2, sexiest animated character. Number 3, summer Olympic sport.
Wait. Okay.
Number 4, controversial food ingredient. And number 5, a Marvel movie villain.
Hang on. Okay. All right. I feel okay. I feel okay.
I
Okay.
feel great about
You feel good about this?
About my answers.
I have great answers too.
I have the answers.
I probably have better answers. than
I hope you
yours.
match the right answers, which would be mine.
All right.
All right, Lern, count her down.
Okay.
Here we go. Number 1, a daily personal care task.
3, 2, 1.
Brushing teeth.
Very good.
Brushing teeth was the number 1 answer. Washing balls was number 2. 2, sexiest animated character.
3, 2, 1.
Jessica Rabbit.
Jessica Rabbit was the number
Yeah.
1 answer. Went back in the files for that, you pervs.
Who would you have thought?
Trent of Daria. James'
Trent from
brother.
Daria.
So hot.
I went for Marge.
All right. Oh,
Number
2 for 2.
Number 3, a summer Olympic sport.
3, 2, 1.
Soccer.
You're in 3 for 3.
Are you guys soulmates or
Congratulations,
what?
Tiffany.
Pretty good.
I would listen. I was leaning more towards like track, but just knowing you.
I did too,
yeah.
and that's why I thought we would meld. Hey, if we get these 2, let's just give Debbie tickets.
And get her out of here.
No, I'm just
4.
saying, like, just give her an additional chance.
A controversial food ingredient.
3, 2, 1.
Mushrooms.
Pineapple.
Oh, that's over.
Oh man.
Sorry,
it was
Debbie.
horse.
Pee. Fart.
Sorry, Debbie.
No.
Curse.
No,
As soon as you brought
No, she
Debbie
still
in.
gets a chance.
Why did you bring Debbie into this?
no, pineapple is good. Pineapple's a good.
I thought
great
pineapple. We
answer.
just talk about it all the time, but
But
you're right.
mushrooms for me.
Yeah, anchovy, number 1 answer.
I take back
People
my
tend to
arrogance.
hate anchovies. Number 5, just to rub in Debbie's face, Marvel villain.
3, 2, 1.
Thanos.
Thanos
Wow.
and Loki were the number 1 and 2 answers.
4
Good
for
job.
5, and I should have. Mushrooms. It was I should have gone your alley. You went my way for soccer. I should have known. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Well,
4 for
Debbie.
5.
I'm back again.
Oh, here's Debbie.
Yes.
Debbie. Pick 2 people.
Well, because I have I don't want to say a bone to pick. And by the way, hi to everybody in the chat. I'm going with you, Rizz and Moon, because
All right.
you're going to do it for me.
All right.
Can
Do
she be
it.
patient 0 though too? If you get none right.
No, well, there's no way we're getting none right.
okay.
There's no way we're getting none right.
Oh my gosh! Now that you said that, he's going to give us the hardest
Poor
ones he's
Debbie's
got.
been trying for tickets for like.
Yes. What bone do you
4
have
days.
to pick, Debbie?
All right, Debbie is she's on hold.
All right, well, pick that bone alone.
Debbie's on hold.
Gonna pick that bone alone. All right, here we go. Rizz and Moon. Let's see if you chose wisely in studio, even though I have perfect mind meld with several people in here, and you didn't pick me, and you could have. Number 1, a type of cookie.
Type of cookie.
Number 2, a one-hit wonder artist.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay.
This is.
Number 3.
Wait.
All right, take your time. Hey, take your time, bud. It's your show.
Oh, dude, there might be a right answer.
Hey, there is a right answer.
All right.
Number 3, a scariest horror movie.
Scariest
Horror
Horror.
movie. You don't have to give, if it's a series, you don't have to give just give me the movie.
Okay.
Number 4, SUV brand. Number 5, island nation.
Patient Zero's now looking
Sorry,
so
bruh.
bad,
He
right?
screwed us.
Should have saved Debbie to last, brother.
You screwed us.
This one
This is
is
a crazy
gonna be. This is a all over the place. There's a couple gimmies, I think.
What was number 3? What was number
Number 3 was scariest horror movie. So number 1, type of cookie. Number 2, one-hit wonder artist. Number 3, scariest horror movie. Number 4, an SUV brand. And 5, an island nation.
Okay.
Man, this is
the toughest round.
You guys should dunk.
All
on
this woman wants
What
to
are you,
do is go to
out of
Punk
your
Rock
mind?
Disney. That's all
Am
she
I out of
wants
my
to do.
mind?
no him. He said we should dunk on this.
You guys should be dunking on this.
He's just saying that. Do you remember how he led this one? You should have picked me.
All right.
He did this
Calm down. Hey,
intentionally.
think of Debbie.
Tensions are high.
Think of Debbie. Here we go.
We're screwed.
Debbie,
Debbie.
listen closely.
You got a bone to pick with Rafe after this.
Type of cookie.
3, 2, 1.
Chocolate chip.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot my
It's so
turn.
hard.
Down.
Oh, it's so hard.
Okay.
Okay, wait.
Okay, we'll see.
Number 2, a one-hit wonder artist.
3, 2, 1.
Rick
Primitive
Astley.
radio gods.
Yes, Rick Astley was the
Vanilli.
one and only answer.
Rick
Yep.
Astley, dude.
Rick Astley, bruh.
Primitive radio gods. I thought you were maybe.
No, they're never in my mind.
I also put Jesus Jones because we just
Rick
talked about him.
Rick Astley. We got Rick rolled on that, Debbie. Sorry. Scariest horror movie.
3, 2, 1.
Friday the
Ring.
13th.
What'd you say?
I put the ring because we've talked about it being scary. I don't
The
know.
Ring.
Yeah, I mean,
It's terrifying when she comes out of the well.
Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street were the number 1 and 2 answers.
Those weren't even scary.
Number 4.
Oh, hang on. Now we got to sweep out, by the way, for Debbie.
This is big.
And I hope you got this one right,
Huge.
by the way.
There's 2 answers
This one's
to
a
this.
layup for you guys.
I think so, too.
Number 4, SUV brand.
3, 2, 1.
Highlander.
Are you
gotta be
kidding
kidding me,
me?
dude.
Effing G.
What do you?
How are you going to even give me that look after you've heard this
Our
answer?
wives
Take
both
it back.
drive Highlander.
You both
My
drive
wife does
Jeeps.
not drive a Highlander.
Jeeps?
Never has.
Whose
Never
wife was I
has.
thinking of?
both drive Jeeps.
My
Both
wife.
drive your little
We
dumb
both
Jeeps
drive-
every day.
I don't
Jeeps.
consider that an SUV.
What?
It's a Jeep
consider
It's a
it?
Jeep.
It's an SUV
Wow.
original.
You're the hubris of a Jeep owner.
This
Well,
man's had 2 Cherokees.
He's so. You're so.
I swore your wife drove a Highlander.
You're so
No.
up Jeep's butt that you're like, it's its own thing. You wouldn't understand. It's not. It is an SUV.
It's not a sport
Hummer
utility
would have
vehicle.
been an acceptable
It's
answer.
not an
as well.
SUV.
A Jeep
I mean, it
is-
kind of is.
It
How could you?
100%
How
is.
dare you
it's
even look at me
square?
the way you did?
100% is.
It's
I guess it's not utility. It's a sport vehicle.
Sport utility vehicle, a Jeep. That is 100% an SUV.
Sorry, Debbie.
oh my god.
Debbie,
Oh my
just to
gosh.
see
So
how bad
close.
this actually hurts after they just biffed Jeep, which was the biggest layup
Let's just.
in
I don't
just
think
the two
so,
of us
but okay.
history for this
I mean-
this matchup.
Okay.
For this game, that
Listen.
was a dunk. That was bigger than the Starbucks
I think
dunk.
in my head, I thought his wife drove a Highlander.
Yeah, but either way, he said the biggest. He said a SUV brand. Jeeps, other than the Gladiator, only make SUVs.
Okay, I messed up. All right.
Here we go.
I probably should have said Jeep. I didn't. Okay, I have no excuse.
You said Highlander, and you killed me with your
Let's
eyeballs.
just see if
man.
you guys can even get 5. An island
it's not even
nation.
gonna matter.
An island nation.
3, 2, 1.
Jamaica.
Australia.
It's
Maldives.
Australia.
Japan, Australia, and Hawaii.
No, Jamaica.
Hawaii's a state, friend.
Hawaii is the kingdom of Hawaii. I looked it up just in case you guys did say it.
Well, it
And
didn't
is
matter. If we would
considered
have matched Hawaii, it wouldn't have mattered.
an island nation.
We could have
but you
said
did not.
Iceland.
Yeah. Well, Debbie,
Debbie,
maybe next week.
it wasn't. Yeah, it's not your week. Sorry, Debbie.
All she wants to do is come see these great songs being
I
played.
know.
You know what?
at
I'm
the
putting her on the
pageant.
guest list. Debbie, you're on the guest list.
You hear that, Debbie?
You better email him in.
Hey, put Ken on the guest list too.
Who's that?
On line
I'll
5.
have to see if I can ever find his
All
information.
right, we got to take one final break. We'll come back, wrap her up. For us, Donnie Fandango is next. Have a great weekend. Today's wrap-up is sponsored by Jack in the Box. Jack's fan-favorite popcorn chicken is back. Limited time only. What is today's podcast title, King Scott?
Who's gonna get your dirt?
Who's going to get your dirt? Mm-hmm. Learned a lot about Lern's plans for the for
My
after
funeral.
death.
Yeah, my after death care.
After death care.
And I think I've inspired some people to also become mulch.
Well,
so
that's good.
Wow.
people
that's
have been
good.
hitting me up. Everybody's on board.
All right, Scott, what else you got?
You can follow me at King Scott Rules, and also I'm on the pursuit of having the first 1 million followers on Venmo, so follow me there. King Scott Rules, only $1 to follow. It's a good cause.
All right, thank you, Scott. Lern.
Come see me tomorrow. My band's playing 8 to 11 p.m. at the Alley in Washington. Their BBQ and Blues Festival's going on. Ours is free, all ages. We're going to have a really good time.
Thank you, Lern. Rafe.
I will be in Springfield, Mo, tomorrow at 6:30 at the Blue Room Comedy Club for the Kenny DeFore Fest. Going to be a fun weekend there. And then you can get tickets to my local show at St. Charles Funny Bone, July 1st and May 31st. I don't know why I said that out of order like that. But I'll be doing 3 shows at the Bone in St. Charles. So if you didn't catch me at Westport last fall, come out, get your tickets at funnybone.com.
All right. Thank you, guys. That's it. We leave you with a selection from our Teamers Member of the Day, brought to you by Hot Shots, proud partner of the St. Louis Battlehawks. From Creve Coeur, Austin Miller is our Teamers Member of the Day. And Austin wants to hear this song. Here it is. We will see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. Bye.
The Rizzuto Show.
All right, we are backstage at the pageant. Big